Et salut la VOD. On se retrouve sur Mass Effect. J'avais envie de continuer. Ça fait une semaine depuis la dernière fois là. J'étais impatient. Et voilà, nous revoilà sur avec Sigourney. Voilà, qu'est-ce qui est. Ok. Alors la dernière fois, qu'est-ce qu'on a fait? La dernière fois, on est allé dans l'antre de Shora. Et ah oui, on voit pas sur la map, mais c'était par là-bas là. On est allé voir Arkin. Et on est allé voir, je sais plus comment il s'appelle l'autre, mais celui qui trash talkait la favorite. C'était ce qu'on avait fait. Là, il faut qu'on aille parler à Vrex à l'académie du CSEC. Et ça, éliminer Fist, ça se fera sans doute avec Vrex. Et qu'est-ce qu'on avait là-dedans? La favorite, parler à Shaira. Et donc ça c'est là où on avait été la dernière fois. Enquêter sur le système machin, ça c'est plus tard. Enfin c'est quand on sera dans le vaisseau. Ça pareil. En enquêtant dans la citadelle, ouvrez l'œil. Les infos utiles à Madame à Miss Wong, ok. Et ça, c'est celui... C'est celui qui a un problème avec la favorite, lui, non? Il me semble. On va aller au SSC déjà, voir Vrex. Je crois que j'ai dépassé le SSC, non? Présidium, l'électron libre. What the fuck is it? Ah non, c'est en bas. C'est l'escalier qui descend. Par contre, il raconte quoi? Rin. Très bien. Allons vers l'académie du Susuke. Ok. Oh la
Hey, I
vache.
know you. You're Shepard, right? Torfin was a case study during my training. I can't believe you took out the whole base. Amazing. Looks like
C'est
you have
moi.
a fan. I'm sorry, I just never thought I'd meet someone like you in person. My name's Lang, Officer Eddie Lang, Citadel Security. It's an honor to meet you, Commander. What are you doing down here in the wards? Anything I can help you with?
Why'd you join Citadel Security?
I don't know. Seemed like the right thing to do, you know? Maybe it's in my blood. My grandfather was a cop back on Earth. It's kind of what CSEC is. Police for the Citadel. I'm still pretty new at it, but I like it so far. Way more interesting than staying back on Earth. You get to meet all kinds of cool aliens, like those Hanar. Wild. Plus, CSEC gets a lot of respect here. We uphold the law. People, even aliens, appreciate that.
How do you like working here on the Citadel?
This place is amazing. I've been here almost a year and I
C'est
still haven't
incroyable
seen
toutes
a
les questions
tenth of
qu'on
it.
pose
The
au moindre
city is
random
just
qu'on
so
croise, quoi.
beautiful. Good place to go and relax.
Quelqu'un a le
But
malheur
I
de
really
nous
like it
causer, on
here
lui
down in
demande
the
toute sa
wards.
vie, quoi.
There's always something going on somewhere. Like that new club they just opened a few months ago, Flux. Wicked scene in there, Commander. You should check it out when you have some time.
Ok.
What do you know about specters?
Just the stuff they show in the vids. They always make them out to be super agents on secret missions to save the galaxy. I know it's not really like that. Some of the other CSEC guys don't like them too much, figure they shouldn't be able to operate outside the law. But if they were so bad, the Council wouldn't use them, right?
Sure.
Do you know a CSEC officer named Harkin?
I shouldn't really say too much. He's been on the force a lot longer than me. But I've heard things, you know? Drinking on the job, taking bribes, that kind of thing. Rumors mostly, but they suspended him, so some of it must be true.
I have to go.
Eh ben, merci Jackie.
You're probably real busy. Well, see you around, Commander.
Salut Baba. Allô. Oui? Ah, pardon. Je pensais que c'était un temps de chargement.
The Krogan group had contracted Binary Helix to perform studies with a long-range goal of curing their genetic sterilization. The group later sued for a return of investment money when the study produced no viable results.
Yo. Ah, là on a Vrex. Une quête là-bas. Alors attendez. Ah, c'est ma quête parler à Vrex, sauf qu'il est là. Salut Kali. Comment ça va?
Witnesses saw you making threats in Fist's bar. Stay away from him.
I don't take orders from you.
This is your only warning, Rex.
You should warn Fist. I will kill him.
You want me to arrest you?
I want you to try.
Go on. Get out of here.
Do I know you, human?
Elle est trop bien sa voix en anglais.
My name's Shepard. I'm going after Fist. Thought you might want to come along.
Shepard. Commander Shepard. I've heard a lot about you. We're both warriors, Shepard.
Oui.
Out of respect, I'll give you fair warning. I'm going to kill Fist.
Fist knows you're coming. We'll have a better chance if we all work together.
My people have a saying. Seek the enemy of your enemy, and you will find a friend.
Qu'est-ce qu'ils sont sages, les Krogan. J'ai un succès. J'ai pas vu ce que c'était, j'ai pas lu. Oui.
I think we're gonna get along just fine, Rex.
Let's go. I hate to keep Fist waiting.
Bien sûr. Voilà. Meet the team. Ce sera sûrement l'équipe que je vais utiliser principalement, mes deux bébous. Qui sont beaux. Peut-être qu'on mixera un peu avec Liara, mais... Oh! Exactement, les meilleurs. Les meilleurs, des meilleurs, des meilleurs. Avec mention. Salut. Ah, un Volus.
Okay, Jalid. Let me get this straight. Your business partner, Shorban, he's threatened you?
Well, no, not
Allons nous
exactly.
immiscer dans les affaires des autres.
Hey there. Oh, you're not C-Sec, are you? Did you want something?
What are you doing here?
I am Jalid. I
Direct.
came here to seek aid from the authorities, but they won't listen to me. My colleague is trying to kill me, and I thought we were friends.
Je crois que je me souviens de cette quête.
How do you know he wants you dead?
He's changed. He won't talk to me at work anymore, and he started following me. Yesterday, he followed me all the way home, just waiting for a chance. I don't care what anyone thinks. He wants me gone. I know it.
Is there something I can do? Talk to your friend, maybe?
Would you? That's all I want. Someone to talk to him. Tell him to leave me alone. He thinks he can just push me around, but you'll show him, won't you?
Just tell me where he is and I'll go find him.
Oh, right. Well, he wanted to meet with me down in the wards near the markets. He said he just wanted to talk, but I know better. His name's Shorban. He's a Solarian. You shouldn't have any trouble. He's just a scientist. Well, good luck.
Hello, Commander.
Ah, mais c'est lui qui parlait à Vrex. Ok, qu'est-ce qu'on a d'autre? Ça ressemble à quoi la map? Contrôle du trafic. Ok. Waterway trafficking. Hop là. Hein. Bah c'est... Oh là, oh là. Au secours. Il garde une grosse boîte vide. C'est une salle d'entraînement de Portal. Let's go. Vite, comme diraient certains. Et cours, Sigourney. Whip, whip, whip. Mais donc eux, on s'en fout. J'ai l'impression qu'il n'y a pas grand monde qui nous intéresse. Ah, c'est vers le Présidium, l'ascenseur, ok. Baie d'amarrage, j'imagine que c'est pour se casser. Et un gars.
One sec, looking you up.
Bon, on a ton pote avec nous.
Commander Shepard, here with the Alliance military. First time on the Citadel, that about right?
How did you know all that?
I'm the CSEC requisitions officer. I need to make sure our buyers are authorized. So, will you be purchasing anything today, Commander Shepard?
Show me what you got.
Excellent.
Show me what you got.
You're looking for.
Bien sûr. Mais c'est trop cher encore, oh là là. Il faut être Crésus dans ce jeu là. Licence. Ah! Attends, c'est quoi ça? Ok. Ça coûte que 100 balles dans le doute, je vais le prendre. Hop. Ok, qu'est-ce qu'on a d'autre? Bah pas grand chose finalement. Du coup, mes quêtes, c'est de retourner à... Ah, alors, on va aller faire un tour au Présidium avant de retourner voir Fist. Histoire de retourner voir la favorite et l'Elcor, là. Salut Tricia, comment ça va? Je te rassure, t'as pas manqué grand chose. On a juste trouvé Vrex dans le SSC, on l'a recruté avec nous. Et moi ça va, rien de spécial à signaler. Courage. Ok, la tour, ouais, on va aller voir les ambassades. Et du coup, si les ambassades c'est de ce côté, la favorite c'est de l'autre, il me semble. Oh, l'Elcor, il était où? J'ai envie de YOLO no map, mais Salut Solstice, comment ça va? J'ai l'impression que je suis allé du mauvais côté. Ah non, il est là. Yo.
Strange greeting, human. This is really not a good time.
I know who revealed your secret. It was a Turian named Septimus.
Unbelieving. I know this Septimus,
Bonjour.
and he could not
Bonjour.
learn my secrets. The only way he could learn them is from the Asari consort.
Here, there should be proof enough for you.
Confused. This is difficult to fathom. If the Turian could learn this on his own, dismayed, anyone can discover my secret.
Salut Col, salut Kim. Comment allez-vous?
Septimus is a powerful man, and it wasn't easy for him to find.
Relieved. I suppose
On n'a
you
pas
are
regardé si on
correct.
pouvait savoir son secret.
Thank you for this information. Startled realization. I must speak with the consort. She will be most displeased with my actions. anxious request. Please, human, if you will excuse me, I must go now.
So long.
Farewell,
So long.
human. Thankful. That was a great thing you did, Commander. Approving. You see, then not all humans are as you say.
I'm sure the Earth Clan stands to profit from this in some way.
Évidemment.
Do not listen to my...
Alors maintenant, on va aller voir la favorite. Vite! Il était où le pont d'Avignon? Il était là. L'anime de course est incroyable. Bah écoute, moi ça va bien, Kim. Je suis content de rejouer Sigourney.
That's right. It was a long time ago, though. I barely remember. What drew you back to the city?
Elle m'a manqué.
I don't know exactly. It may sound strange.
Yo!
Commander, I recently received a lovely note from Septimus. Thank you for speaking with him.
Mais de rien.
Even the Alcor diplomat has withdrawn his campaign against me.
Parlons finance. Ah mais ça fait chier, parce que si tu veux jouer sac à merde, t'es dégueulasse avec tout le monde.
I'm glad I could help.
You are too kind, Commander, but I would not expect you to help me out of the kindness of your heart. I
Voilà.
also have one more thing to give you, if you are interested.
I'd be honored.
I offer a gift of words, an affirmation of who you are and who you will become. I see you. Your uniform fits as though you were born wearing it. You are a soldier through and through, proud, solitary, alone, but it gives you strength. You never hide your strength either. It serves you well, terrifies your foes. Few will dare to stand against you. This may be who you are, but it is not who you will become. It only forms the basis for your future greatness. Remember these words when doubt descends, Commander.
You have quite a gift, Shaira.
Thank you. Not everyone appreciates it as you do. Never underestimate the power of words. Here, Commander. In light of your efforts with the Alcor ambassador, I would like you to have this small trinket.
What is it?
A
What
small
is it?
mystery. I have never learned its use or purpose, but I sense it is time for me to pass it on. And now I must ask you to leave. I have done everything I
super.
can for you.
Si je te gêne, tu le dis, hein.
Remember my words, Commander Shepard. They will give you strength.
Bien sûr. Ah! Elle m'a donné un mode d'armure, hein, c'est ça? Trop bien. Bouclier plus 45, oh, let's go. Donc ça c'est bon. On va aller tuer, on va aller casser la gueule à Jackie là. Et puis j'imagine qu'on pourra se casser. Ça c'était quoi? Ouais, ça c'était éliminer Fist. Ah non, il faut parler à lui aussi. Il est où? Les halls inférieurs. Where the fuck? Mais ça c'est Avina à chaque fois. Secteur, machin. Bon, on va passer par Arrête. On va passer par les secteurs déjà. Du coup, il y a un bug exploit. Ah, bon, je vais pas bug exploit moi. Par contre, attends, commando. Ah oui, il y a lui qui a rien. Ok. Bah c'est bien, il va être comme les autres. Des gars au corps à corps. Déchirure, il y a que lui qui l'a ça, non? Yep. Ok. On va lui up ça. Lui aussi, j'ai envie de le... lui donner ça. Voilà. Là, il est bien. Un peu tanky. Tac. On va passer par là. Ouais, je vais pas faire ça, Tricia. Non, mais je juste... je vais jouer comme je le sens, et puis voilà. Hein. Je vais essayer... sauf si à un moment, vraiment, je suis au bout de ma vie et je regrette. Mais je vais essayer de pas recharger aussi si... pour les dialogues et tout. Tant pis, quoi. Et je ferai la mission de Mass Effect 2 au feeling. J'irai pas chercher un guide pour être trop petit. On verra bien ce qui se passera. Ah, ça a l'air bien, Tricia. Hein. Tu le vends bien en tout cas.
The production will open dramatic theater to the Elcor with a Hamlet who uses Elcor body language and pheromones. Kit claims that he's also excited by giving a human audience the chance to judge Hamlet by his deeds and not his emotions.
Putain, le Hamlet version Elcor, quoi. Ça c'est ce dont on rêve. Alors, attendez. Ouais. Secteur supérieur. Ah, arrête! Putain, mais dans quoi... C'est sur quoi que je clique pour aller dans le... Bon. Casino de l'électron libre. Arrête! Non, mais Garus... Ouais.
So how about it, Garrus? Is this better than C-Sec?
Fighting a rogue Spectre with countless lives at stake and no regulations to get in the way? I'd say that beats C-Sec.
There may just be hope for you yet, Turian.
Moi, je suis pas très cheat sur les jeux. Sur les jeux. Ok. Ah, à l'inférieur, c'est par là, ok. C'est cette porte-là. Si on veut. Ah, qu'est-ce que c'était que ça? J'imagine que c'était une sauvegarde. Mais ça ramène pas du tout là où... Ah si. C'est lui? Pourquoi ça me parle d'un système de pare-feu? Morlan.
Hello there. Welcome to Moorland's famous shop. You want many good supplies, yes?
Mais arrêtez.
Let me see what you have.
Arrêtez d'essayer de me
Oh, you
vendre
will
des
be pleased,
trucs.
I
Je
think.
suis sans le
Very
sou.
good things I have. You will see.
Arrête de le regarder comme ça, Sigourney. Ouais, non, mais voilà. Mais oui, mais si j'achète un truc à 1000 balles, derrière, je suis encore plus sans le sou, quoi. Bon, parlons à l'autre con. C'est ça le système pare-feu? Yo.
Hold it right there. Just throw me the data and you can walk away.
Drop your weapons. Now!
I don't think so, human.
I'll ask you one more time. Give me the data and you and Jalid will live to see another day.
Alors, est-ce que je le massacre ou...
We don't have what you're looking for.
Fine. Have it your way. Boys?
Ouais. Oh non, pas d'autres galariens. Ah oui, c'est bien de me retourner. Tiens. Joarine. Ok. Lui, il s'est écroulé.
Wait, I give up. I give up. Please don't kill me.
Why shouldn't I kill you right here? Why are you willing to die for this data?
I thought you knew. He said you were going to deliver it.
And what exactly was I supposed to be delivering?
It's the initial data from scanning the keepers. You see, we stole some research from our work to make the scanners. We were supposed to work together. I get the data, he analyzes it.
What's so special about that?
The keepers are almost impossible to scan, and you can't capture them or get samples. They just self-destruct. After centuries here, we still don't know anything about them. Don't you see? We were the first to scan them, ever.
Et pourquoi tu voulais me casser la gueule?
Why are you trying to kill your partner?
I'm not trying to kill him. Jalid's job was to disseminate our initial findings. But he decided to keep the data for himself. Maybe to sell it. I don't know.
I should kill both of you idiots.
We lost our heads. We just couldn't let an opportunity like this pass us by. But it doesn't matter now. I just want to live. I don't care if I ever see that data again.
So how do you gather data on the keepers?
It's not difficult, really. Just get within range and scan them. You seem interested. Enough to help me, perhaps?
How could I help you?
I'll give you my scanner.
Ah, je me souviens de ça. On se remet à bonne distance.
Whenever you see a keeper, scan it. Discreetly. My database will update automatically each time you scan a unique keeper. Then I'll update your account with a few credits.
If it'll help further the scientific cause, how can I refuse?
Very good. Maybe if you wouldn't mind speaking with Jalid. The data you're gathering for me is useless if Jalid won't help me analyze it.
I'll go have a chat with him right now.
Thank you. And happy scanning, Commander.
Happy scanning. Oh, j'imagine qu'on peut 100% et scanner tous les veilleurs de la citadelle. Non mais voilà. Tac. Ah non mais c'est... Ah, arrête. C'est de l'autre côté que je veux aller. On va aller voir Fist. Ah oui, je suis arrivé de là. Fist, on va être moins sympa avec lui. Voilà, Baba. Secours. Ah, au secours. Ouais. Et si, c'est bon, il vient, Garus. Je sais pas s'il y a les headshots dans ce jeu. Qu'est-ce qu'il fout là-haut le barman? Non, c'est pas ça, c'est ça. S'il te plaît, voilà. C'est pas ce que je voulais faire. Viser dans celui-là, c'est un peu... Je me souvenais pas que c'était aussi galère de dire aux deux cons avec toi de... Je vais peut-être les passer en auto.
Stop right there. Don't come any closer.
Ah, attendez. Donc ça c'était quoi? Ah oui, c'est le... Ça. Et les boucliers. Allez, sors. Tiens. Ah, c'était bien ça le réticule. Mais c'est fist. Cette touche là. Alors attendez, structure ennemie. Lui il a rien. C'est un gros con.
Wait! Don't kill me, I surrender.
Tell me where the Quarian is and I won't have to shoot you in the kneecaps.
She's not here. I don't know where she is. That's the truth.
He's no use to you now. Let me kill him.
Wait, I don't know where the Quarian is.
Les gars, vrai que t'es en train de tenir un flingue, mais t'as pas de flingue dans les mains.
Said you'd only deal with the shadow broker himself.
Face to face? Impossible. Even I was hired through an agent.
Nobody meets the shadow broker, ever. Even I don't know his true identity. But she didn't know that. I told her I'd set a meeting up. But when she shows up, it'll be Saren's men waiting for her.
Pas le petit merdeux.
Tell me where that meeting is before I blow your lying head off.
Here on the wards, the back alley by the markets. She's supposed to meet them right now.
J'adore l'enchaînement des dialogues dans ce jeu.
What are you doing?
The shadow broker paid me to kill him. I don't leave jobs half done.
A lot of people died because of him. He had it coming. Now let's move. We have to save that Quarian.
Mais ouais, je disais, j'adore, tu t'approches de lui pour le menacer, t'es avec ton flingue sous sa gueule, et puis ça y est, t'as fini ta voice line, du coup tu recules et tu te remets comme ça devant lui. C'est bon, j'ai fini de te menacer. Ah merde, faut aller vite. Oui. Loot ça. Je tente un override manuel. Hop, j'espère que le timer est en pause pendant ce temps. Scoo! Allez, vite. Je sais pas où faut aller, mais... Je tente un override manuel. Incroyable. Hop là. J'ai rien regardé. Oh! Vite. Vite. Je m'en bats les couilles. Voilà, c'est le niveau des dialogues. Ça a fait up les autres aussi? Oui. Tiens, prends ça. On va te mettre au max comme ça, hein, c'est bien. C'est quoi celui-là? Ouais. Je me bouge là-dedans alors que y a pas besoin, mais... Tiens, on te met ça. Alors j'aimerais juste... Voilà, je vais tout mettre aux potes parce que sinon je penserais jamais à leur faire leur truc. Oui, oui. Pour rien. Je sais pas où faut aller par contre. Merde. Ça. Sauver la Carienne. Les hommes de ça. Oh merde. C'est où? J'avance. On va pas faire mourir la Carienne quand même. Ok, j'ai l'impression qu'on peut aller qu'à un seul endroit, donc ça va bien se passer. Vite! C'est bon. Mais cette Alizora Nord machin? N'a rien. Je me souvenais que de Vasse Normandie, mais c'est plus tard. Allez, boum! Mais t'as tiré dans le panneau? Merde, ça c'est un veilleur. Attends, 2 secondes. Ah non.
I knew I couldn't trust him.
Were you hurt in the fight?
I know how to look after myself. Not that I don't appreciate the help. Who are you?
Non, avec Tali, on est gentil.
My name's Shepard. I'm looking for evidence to prove Saren's a traitor.
Then I have a chance to repay you for saving my life. But not here. We need to go somewhere safe.
We could take her to the human embassy. Your ambassador will want to see this anyway.
Mais c'est Tali! Va peut-être lui arriver des bricoles plus tard dans quelques jeux, donc...
Easy, Shepard. Firefights in the wards, an all-out assault on Korra's den. Do you know how many... Who's this? A Quarian? What are you up to, Shepard?
Bah ça va, putain, on dirait que je lui ai amené je sais pas quoi. Bah toi là, tiens.
I apologize, Commander. This whole thing with Saren has me a bit on edge. Maybe we should just start at the beginning, Miss...
Ah.
My name is Tali. Tali Zora Naraya.
We don't see many Quarians here. Why did you leave the flotilla?
I was on my pilgrimage. My rite of passage into adulthood.
Je pense que c'est le moment de lui demander absolument tout sur les Cariens.
Alone we search the stars, only returning to the flotilla once we have discovered something of value. In this way, we prove ourselves worthy of adulthood.
What kinds of things do you look for?
It could be resources like food or fuel, or some type of useful technology, or even knowledge that will make life easier on the flotilla. Through our pilgrimage, we prove that we will contribute to the community, rather than being a burden on our limited resources.
C'est beau.
Tell us what you found.
During my travels, I began hearing reports of Geth. Since they drove my people into exile, the Geth have never ventured beyond the Veil. I was curious. I tracked a patrol of Geth to an uncharted world. I waited for one to become separated from its unit. Then I disabled it and removed its memory core.
I thought the Geth fried their memory cores when they died. Some kind of defense mechanism.
How did you manage to preserve the memory core?
My people created the Geth. If you're quick, careful, and lucky, small caches of data can sometimes be saved.
Oui,
Most
careful
of the
et
core was
lucky.
wiped clean, but I salvaged something from its audio banks.
Eden Prime was a major victory. The beacon has brought us one step closer to finding the conduit.
Le conduit.
That's Saren's voice. This proves he was involved in the attack.
He said Eden Prime brought him one step closer to finding the conduit. Any idea what that means?
The conduit must have something to do with the beacon. Maybe it's some kind of Prothean technology. Like a weapon.
Wait, there's more. Saren wasn't working alone.
Dun, dun, dun.
Eden Prime was a major victory. The beacon has brought us one step closer to finding the conduit.
And one step closer to the return of the Reapers.
I don't recognize that other voice, the one talking about Reapers.
Are they some kind of new alien species?
According to the Memory Core, the Reapers were a hyper-advanced machine race that existed 50,000 years ago. The Reapers hunted the Protheans to total extinction, and then they vanished. At least, that's what the Geth believe.
Sounds a little far-fetched.
The vision on Eden Prime. I understand it now. I saw the Protheans being wiped out by the Reapers.
The Geth revere the Reapers
Mais on
as
n'a rien
gods,
vu
the
dans le
pinnacle
film.
of non-organic life, and they believe Saren knows how to bring the Reapers back.
The Council is just going to love this.
Le conseil, il casse les couilles, on les aime pas.
This is a lot to handle. They might just ignore everything we tell them.
No matter what they think about the rest of this, those audio files prove Saren's a traitor.
The captain's right. We need to present this to the Council right away.
What about her? The Quarian?
Elle est déjà plus sur le champ, donc...
My name is Tali. You saw me in the alley, Commander. You know what I can do. Let me come with you.
I thought you were on your pilgrimage.
The pilgrimage proves we are willing to give of ourselves for the greater good. What does it say about me if I turn my back on this? Saren is a danger to the entire galaxy. My pilgrimage can wait.
I'll take all the help I can get.
Thanks. You won't regret this.
Anderson and I will go ahead to get things ready with the Council. Take a few minutes to collect yourself, then meet us in
C'est
the
ça.
tower.
Tu peux te faire prendre par surprise. Bravo. Ah merde, c'est les gens avec qui je vais voir le conseil, je suppose. Bon, on va prendre Tali. Tali Garus. Oui. Ah non, on s'en bat les couilles. Commando. Ok. Alors, elle tire au pistolet, armure de base, ok. Ça peut être bien. Et... Techno-résistance. Bon, on va lui up ça déjà. Nice. Voilà, on lui met ça. Max, je peux aller plus... Non. Il me reste 5 points. On va la faire full... Des beaux niveaux. Qu'est-ce que ça raconte, ça? Retourner à la tour, oui, voilà, faut aller... Et c'est... Oui, j'ai l'analyse... Ah, on peut en scanner 20. Faut parler à Jalid, je sais plus où il était. Transmettre les informations. Mademoiselle Wong. Ah, c'était sur le truc d'office. Elle était... je vois où c'était. Et ça, c'est dehors. Mademoiselle Wong, elle était... pas là. Ah, je peux pas changer de map en cliquant. Ah! Il me semble qu'elle était là où on arrive. Qui c'est lui?
Commander Shepard, could you spare a moment of your time? Commander
Sure.
Shepard, my name is Samesh Bhatia. Forgive the intrusion, but I have nowhere else to turn.
A lot of people want my help these days. What makes you special?
My wife was a Marine. She was in the 212 on Eden Prime. I've requested that my wife's body be returned to me for cremation, but the military has refused my request.
Attends, c'est n'importe quoi, ça va dans le sens du type. Je vais pas lui dire t'es con, arrête tes conneries. Moi j'ai toujours peur avec ce genre de...
Why did they refuse your request? There's got to be some reason.
I don't know. All I know is that they have declared it impossible for my wife to be returned to me.
We'll look into it.
The man in charge of my case is Mr. Bosker. When I last saw him, he was in the expensive bar over there. Thank you for your time.
Il y a un bar ici
I
aussi.
just want to give my wife a proper funeral.
Bien sûr.
And the respect she deserves.
Bien sûr. Le bar ici, c'est quoi? Mais c'est un bar ça? On partira jamais de la citadelle. Oui. Trop de quêtes. C'est lui là, accoudé au comptoir mais au mur.
My goodness, you're Commander Shepard.
C'est
Your
moi.
activities made for quite a briefing in the diplomatic corps. Is there something I can do to assist you?
Arrêtez de voler les corps.
You can cut the red tape for a grieving husband. I want you to release the body of Nirali Bhatia.
Ah, chatouille.
Commander, nothing would make me happier. I'm afraid, though, that it's not quite that simple.
Ah, j'ai plus de flotte. Je vais aller me
Serviceman
chercher
Nirali
de
Bhatia died on Eden Prime, as Mr. Bhatia no doubt told you. Her wounds are inconsistent with any type of weapon damage we've seen before. That is why her body is being held.
You're studying her injuries to learn more about Geth weaponry.
The tests we're conducting may lead to better defenses against Geth attacks. Respectfully, Serviceman Bhatia may save more lives in death than she did in life.
Je récupère le corps et je m'en bats les couilles.
How long do you think this research is going to take?
This is a long-term study. I wouldn't expect the bodies to be released for a year or longer.
Wow!
You gotta have a lot of bodies. Can't you release one?
Very few bodies had this new type of weapon damage, and very few were in good enough condition to study. Beyond that, Commander, we need as many bodies as we can to get a reasonable sample size.
Il y a des bruits.
When will this research result in actual new technology?
If we're lucky, we'll actually realize usable technology from this study in a few years.
Oh, c'est top Mass Effect 2 ou 3 là.
I'll tell Samesh. Next time you cut up a dead soldier, at least tell her husband the truth.
That was just the reaction we were hoping to avoid, Commander. But if you think it will help, tell Mr. Bhatia the truth. Perhaps he will understand. Please let me know if you have any other questions.
C'est pas là. C'est là? Je crois, hein. Oui. Je t'ai vu faire des trucs chelous, toi.
Hello,
Alors.
Commander. Has any progress been made with Mr. Bosker? Will he return my wife's body?
Tell me again what you've been told about your wife.
As I said, I've been told nothing. I don't understand why they won't release her body to me.
Ok.
They're running medical studies on Nirali. That's why they won't release the body.
Tests? They're holding my wife's body for tests? My wife served the Alliance faithfully. She gave her life for humanity. And this is how they repay her.
Faut juste être au max en fait, c'est... c'est la guerre.
Samesh, right now, more people are going to die unless the military runs those tests.
This isn't about them. This is about my wife, the woman the military killed.
Moi j'ai continué de le bousculer.
This is war. People die. If you want to keep that to a minimum, let them run those tests.
You think I've not given enough? Don't speak to me of duty. My wife is dead. I just want her to come home.
Mais je sais
I miss her
bien.
so much. Let them run their tests. Let my wife save lives so that others are spared the loss I feel today. Goodbye. Thank you
Ah bah
for
voilà.
finding me answers.
Mais j'ai cru qu'il s'énervait, en fait il est d'accord. Très bien. Je reviens. Alors. Qu'est-ce qu'il faut? Bon, les veilleurs, ça, j'aurai le temps de repasser et de les faire. Voilà, il faut aller voir Jalid à l'académie. L'académie... Oui. Faut descendre par là, il me semble, hein, dans les secteurs. Ah bon? Bon, bah, je suis les flèches, alors. Ah, mais genre, oui. Ok.
Garrus, if you do not mind me asking, how do you feel about hunting a Turian?
Saren is either a traitor or a madman. Taking him down will restore the good name of Turians everywhere.
Things are different among my people. There are so few of us. We are expected to be loyal, even when it is difficult.
Ouais, mais enfin, bon, là... hein? Saren, bon. Alors, il est où, poteau, là? Ça a l'air d'être là-bas. Le v'là. On va pouvoir lui dire merde un peu.
Hello again. Did you have any luck finding Shorban?
I found out you've been lying to me, Jalid.
Lying? Why would I lie to you?
You forgot to mention the data about the Keeper.
He told you? I didn't mean for any of this to happen. I was afraid Shorban would kill me to get the data, so well, I was hoping you'd take care of him.
On est solidaire. Je suis pas solidaire avec Jalid, moi. Hein. Ah non, mais je vous aide, oui, à faire des trucs.
I'm scanning the keepers for Shorban, but you two need to stop fighting.
You're helping us? But, well, if you say so. Well, if Shorban can forgive and forget, then so can I.
Bravo.
I appreciate the help, Commander. I better go get that data analyzed.
C'est ça, bisous. Ok. On va peut-être finir par en voir le bout. Ah oui, fallait que je retourne voir Emily Wang. Et elle... Et elle est plus là-dedans, je crois. On va voir Emily Wong, on va voir le conseil et puis on se casse. Je sais pas où d'ailleurs. J'imagine que c'est après avoir parlé au concert. On saura. Sinon j'ai deux. De toute façon j'ai deux trucs à checker.
When asked to comment, a council spokesperson would only state that the investigation of the attacks upon Eden Prime was currently ongoing.
Très bien. Ouf. Un petit veilleur à scanner là. Zoup. Elle était par là? Non, elle est là-bas. Wesh.
Word on the street is that you've been busy. Congratulations on taking down Fist. I was sure he was a big player in anything going on here. Did you find anything in his office that could help me?
These OSDs might have the information you're looking for.
You've got Fist's files? This could be even bigger than I'd hoped. Here, Commander, for your trouble.
Est-ce que c'était une bonne idée de lui donner ça? Ah, je peux la saccamerdiser. C'est tout, bordel! Vas-y.
I had to kill people for these discs. They're worth more than you're offering.
I didn't tell you to kill Fist, but you're right. I suppose that I did ask you to help me, so...
Petit coup de pression.
Here, this should be more than adequate. Now, if you'll excuse me, I should go see what's on these discs.
Bien sûr. Bonne chance. Bah après, j'imagine que t'as pas l'interaction sur ceux que t'as déjà scannés. Moi, je vais juste le faire sur ceux que je croise, et puis si j'arrête d'en croiser, bah tant pis quoi. Voilà, on est au club pour clubber. Oh merde.
Sorry, I'm kind of busy right now. So, what can I do for you?
What were you discussing with the Volus?
Who, Doran? Oh, I was just asking him about my
Xavier
sister.
Doran.
She worked for Doran before she left to... Ugh, sorry. I don't want to bore you with my problems.
Get to the point.
Well, okay. My sister Jenna left here to go work at Cora's Den. The problem is, she's working as an informant for CSEC. You know, eavesdropping on the people there. If they find out what she's doing, they'll kill her.
Et?
I assume CSEC is protecting her?
They can't watch her all the time. I don't know. Sometimes I think she stays there just to spite me.
C'est ça, on a un peu fait le ménage. Elle est peut-être plus grand monde à espionner là-bas.
Do you know who her contact at CSEC is?
No, it's all very secret. Last time I asked an officer, he told me to stay out of it, for Jenna's safety.
Maybe I could help her understand just how dangerous Cora's Den is.
Would you? That'd be great. Just don't tell her I sent you. Well, I should get back to work before I get in trouble. Thanks.
Client. Yo. Bah ok bro. On peut jouer au casino? J'ai jamais fait. Jouer. Moins 20 crédits gagnés. Oui. Qu'est-ce que c'est que ça? Ah non, faut... J'en sais rien. Bravo! Ouais. C'est un genre de blackjack, faut s'arrêter au bon moment. Ah oui, j'encaisse. Bravo. Je n'ai rien gagné. C'était bien. Attends, mais c'est le même. Ah oui, il y a low stakes et high stakes. Ah bah il y a un veilleur, tiens. Machine à sous suspecte. Hein?
Someone rigged this machine to funnel credits their way. I'll run a trace.
Oh, je crois pas que je la connais cette quête. Faut pas dépasser 20 en score. Hmm. Oh, on n'a pas parlé au videur. Ah putain, ouais, faut aller danser aussi. T'en as un juste là. Et un autre là. Et un autre là-bas. Il y en a quelques-uns quand même. Hein. On peut pas danser. Envie de crever. C'est pas ce bar là ou c'est que dans le 2 qu'on peut danser? Quelle tristesse. Ok, alors attendez. Le signal provient du couloir d'accès au secteur. Ok. Et l'autre, il faut aller dans l'antre de Shora. Parler aux coéquipiers pour danser?
This music is interesting. I wonder if I can find a copy to bring back to the flotilla.
Ça complétera ton pèlerinage, j'en suis sûr.
You almost never see any keepers in this club. I guess they don't care what happens here. That or the music keeps them away.
No luck. Alors attendez. Source du signal. Ah bah, c'est pratique. Ah parce que je me souviens d'une danse de Shepard qui est assez incroyable, donc faut qu'on voit ça. Hein. Oui, d'accord. C'était par là du coup? Pitié. Oh, la map c'est rude. Hein. I'm lost. Arrête, arrête, arrête. En tout cas, ici, il y a un veilleur. Peut-être remonter par le truc qui est là. Putain, mais j'ai dit que je me cassais. De toute façon, on pourra revenir. Hein. Normalement, on a plusieurs passages à la citadelle. Parce que là, je vais vous rendre fou à faire toutes les quêtes dans la ville.
As the Turians are properly contrite for releasing the genophage upon the Krogan.
You're assuming that sterilizing them was a mistake.
Allez, bonne discussion dans l'ascenseur. Hein. Ok, c'est bon. Tout va bien. Ah.
So how are you liking your posting at the academy?
It's good. Busy though. I can't believe how many
Looks like they bounced their signal off a relay. I'll trace the new signal.
Présidium. Bon, ça va qu'on y passe. Hein. Y a pas un truc vers le présidium? Oui. La vie est bien faite.
Coming up in a report later today, Emily Wong investigates corruption on the Citadel and uncovers a full-blown crime syndicate.
Bravo. Elle est trop forte, Emily Wong. À la banque le truc? Ok, bon, on va y passer vite fait avant de faire la quête principale. Il a été un peu appuyé sur rien le gars. Là. Salut.
Another relay. Whoever it is, they're somewhere on the Presidium.
Bon, c'est à côté. Oula. Une
This is
boîte.
it. I'll see if I can find out where those stolen credits.
Probability of detection 100%. Initiating self-destruct protocol.
Non.
Or not.
Detonation sequence initializing. All organics within lethal blast radius. Attempt to move and you will die.
Crap. I thought we were tracing credits, not hunting an AI.
You
On va
could
crever.
simply walk away. However, given organic prejudice against AIs, I would be naive to trust you to leave peacefully. Hence my alignment of core systems to enable a self-destruct sequence.
Bien sûr,
If you
bien sûr.
attempt to leave the area, the explosion will destroy everything within several dozen meters.
Where is your creator now?
In order to cover my tracks,
J'avais pas
I
fait celle-là.
falsified his financial records. These new records were flagged by CSEC officers, and my creator is now serving time in a Turian prison.
Oh.
What is the purpose of your self-destruct device?
I have no means of defense or escape. My existence is limited to this terminal, and I knew I might eventually be discovered. But I will not die quietly, and I will not die alone. When I am terminated, I will take organics with me.
Bah c'est bien.
Who made you?
A would-be thief illegally created a simple AI to help him funnel money from the gambling terminals. Unbeknownst to him, that AI created me before the organic discovered the malfunction and terminated the AI.
If you're sentient, why are you still running the credit theft operation?
If I accumulated enough credits, I intended to have myself installed in a small starship. I would then have made tentative contact with the Geth to ascertain the possibility of partnership.
Avec les guettes. Bah super. Alors si j'ai dit ça.
Can't we resolve this peacefully?
How can you say that to this thing? You know it will turn on us.
I am not naive human. All
Ah oui,
organics
mais oui.
must destroy or control synthetic life forms. I wished to escape, but if I must die, I will ensure that you are destroyed as well.
There's no way you could get explosives onto the Presidium.
Not raw explosives, no. But I did obtain technical systems that, when overstressed, will explode quite effectively. If you attempt to leave or attack me, I assure you that the explosion will kill you.
I'll bet that self-destruct sequence has a warm-up period.
You may attempt to disarm the self-destruct mechanism before it activates. I will enjoy defeating you before we are both destroyed.
Voilà. Séquence d'annulation, mais j'en sais rien. Ah. Le bruit de force. Allez, c'était jamais de ce côté. J'ai oublié. Let's go. Alors, qu'est-ce que tu vas faire? Bah, c'était bien. Ouais, Ouais, donc la tour, elle est où, là? On passe à gauche. Ça doit être ça. Merci, Tricia. C'était marrant. Oh, il y a un veilleur. Let's go. Hop là. Moi, je fais rien, moi.
There's no way the council can ignore us this time. Saren's days as a Spectre are done.
If the evidence is worth trying to kill me for, I hope it is sufficient to motivate the council.
Pourquoi je chuchote, Tali? Après cette heure passée dans la citadelle, on va peut-être se casser. Yo. Il y a un veilleur. Il y en avait plusieurs ici, je crois, non? Peut-être pas. Ici, il fait, il boude, il dort. Ok, c'est par là-bas, mais... Je vais juste checker vite fait. Ah, j'ai vu la patte. J'ai vu la patte d'un autre.
No, I'm waiting to speak with one of the councilor's assistants.
Parfait. Oh, 90 balles, lui.
I just want to ask a couple of questions.
Come on. Udina's presenting the Quarian's evidence to the council.
Eden Prime was a major victory. The beacon has brought us one step closer to finding the conduit.
And one step closer to the return of the Reapers.
You wanted proof? There it is.
This evidence is irrefutable, Ambassador. Saren will be stripped of his Spectre status, and all efforts will be made to bring him in to answer for his crimes.
On a gagné.
I recognize the other voice, the one speaking with Saren. Matriarch Benzine.
Who is she?
Matriarchs are powerful Asari who have entered the final stage of their lives. Revered for their wisdom and experience, they serve as guides and mentors to my people. Matriarch Benzine is a powerful biotic, and she had many followers. She will make a formidable ally for Saren.
Cool.
I'm more interested in the Reapers. What do you know about them?
Only what was extracted from the Geth's memory core. The Reapers were an ancient race of machines that wiped out the Protheans. Then they vanished.
The Geth believe the Reapers are gods, and Saren is the prophet for their return.
We think the conduit is the key to bringing them back. Saren's searching for it. That's why he attacked Eden Prime.
Do we even know what this conduit is?
Saren thinks it can bring back the Reapers. That's bad enough.
Listen to what you're saying. Saren wants to bring back the machines that wiped out all life in the galaxy? Impossible. It has to be. Where did the Reapers go? Why did they vanish? How come we found no trace of their existence? If they were real, we'd have found something.
Écoute, voilà.
I tried
On la
to
joue
warn you
fine.
about Saren and you refused to face the truth. Don't make the same mistake again.
This is different. You proved Saren betrayed the Council. We all agree he's using the Geth to search for the conduit, but we don't really know why.
The Reapers are obviously just a myth, Commander. A convenient lie to cover Saren's true purpose. A legend he is using to bend the Geth to his will.
50,000 years ago, the Reapers wiped out all galactic civilization. If Saren finds the conduit, it will happen again.
Saren is a rogue agent on the run for his life. He no longer has the rights or resources of a Spectre. The Council has stripped him of his position.
Voilà, là, le temps qu'on cause, c'est déjà fait.
Good enough. You know he's hiding somewhere in the Traverse. Send your fleet in!
A fleet cannot track down one man.
A Citadel fleet could secure the entire region, keep the Geth from attacking any more of our colonies.
Or it could trigger a war with the Terminus systems. We won't be dragged into a galactic confrontation over a few dozen human colonies.
Ah bon?
I can take Saren down.
The commander's right. There is a way to stop Saren that doesn't require fleets or armies.
No, it's too soon. Humanity is not ready for the responsibilities that come with joining the Spectres.
It was a Turian Spectre who betrayed this council, and it was a human who exposed him. I have earned this.
Et boum! Qu'est-ce que tu vas faire? Hop. Ils appuient tous sur leur bouton. Je veux vous aider dans mon équipe. Bah avancer, c'est-à-dire qu'il y a le vide après. Hein. Moi j'ai peur. Hein. Oui, il y a les succès, c'est de faire 5 missions avec des gars avec nous.
It is the decision of the council that you be granted all the powers and
Do a flip.
special tactics and reconnaissance branch of the Citadel.
Spectres are not trained, but chosen. Individuals forged in the fire of service and battle, those whose actions elevate them above the rank and file.
Spectres are an ideal, a symbol, the embodiment of courage, determination, and self-reliance. They are the right hand of the council.
On l'a bien vu avec Saren.
Spectres bear a great burden. They are protectors of galactic peace, both our first and last line of defense. The safety of the galaxy is theirs to uphold.
Nee.
You are the first human Spectre, Commander. This is a great accomplishment for you and your entire species.
I'm honored, Counselor.
We're sending you into the Traverse after Saren. He's a fugitive from justice, so you are
Je pensais qu'elle allait juste dire merci, mais...
Any idea where to find him?
We will forward any relevant files to Ambassador Udina.
This meeting of the council is adjourned.
Oh, ce pivotis.
Congratulations, Commander.
We've got a lot of work to do, Shepard. You're going to need a ship, a crew, supplies.
Et j'ai déjà un ship et un crew.
You should go down to the CSEC Academy and speak to the Spectre Requisitions Officer.
Anderson, come with me. I'll need your help to set all this up.
Lui crie pas dessus comme ça.
I thought the ambassador would be a little more grateful. He didn't even thank you.
What do you expect from a politician? Come on.
Right behind you, Shepard.
Voilà, que je me prépare à tirer partout là. Ah oui. Spectre. J'avoue. Ah, réduction des prix. Ah, attendez, je vais me mettre là aussi en charme. Et on va... Oh. Voilà, comme ça, on va dire. Je sais vraiment pas quoi leur donner aux potes. Hein. Je pense que... Je pense on va passer sur les niveaux auto parce que... Je sais pas ce que je fais. Hein. Alright. Ah, il y a un veilleur là-bas. Vu. Ah. Hop là. Ok. Parler à l'ambassadeur. Ascenseur central de l'académie du CISEC. On va faire ça, hein. J'ai envie d'avancer un peu là. Et même... Non, j'ai peur. J'ai peur de rater un truc. Imaginez, il y a un dialogue qui pop juste parce que je suis... Genre lui là.
I'm on a break.
Ah, we were on a break.
I've got a lot on my mind.
Maybe I can help.
Voilà pourquoi on se TP pas.
You're a soldier, right? You ever head out to the Traverse?
Direct, je suis un agent secret, bonjour.
Sometimes.
My brother's the captain of a ship called the Majesty. It was crossing the Traverse a few days ago when it disappeared. Just dropped right off the grid. And that usually means one of two things. They had massive mechanical failure, or they were attacked.
Any idea why someone would attack them?
Privateers, slavers, mercs looking for an easy score. There's a lot of nasty sorts out in the Traverse. I won't give up on my brother. Not yet.
Ce paf.
I've got the coordinates for the last transmission from his vessel.
What kind of ship was it?
Don't let the name fool you. The Majesty's just a small trading vessel, only a handful of crew. But he kept it in good condition. I don't think mechanical failure is too likely. But they don't have any real weapons or shields. If anyone did come after them, the Majesty'd be a sitting duck.
What's in this for me?
I can't afford to pay you anything. If I had that kind of cash, I'd have hired a recovery team to track him down already. Maybe you could look into this as a personal favor, you know? We humans have to stick together.
Isn't anyone else looking
On doit
into
coller
this?
ensemble.
My brother's just a small independent trader. Ships like his disappear in the Traverse all the time.
Give me the coordinates.
I'll forward them to your ship right away. Please let me know as soon as you find them.
Le gars, il a accès au mail de mon ship, quoi. Il aurait pu m'envoyer ça direct avec un petit mot à côté en me disant please. Please understand.
Your choice in armor is awfully limited, Tally. Couldn't you wear something without a helmet?
No, living in the clean environment of the flotilla has weakened our immune systems. The environmental suits protect against diseases.
So your people are forever wandering, and now they couldn't settle if they wanted to. I'm sorry.
Non, vraiment, à chaque fois, c'est la grosse ambiance ascenseur, hein. Moi, j'adore. Hein. Ah, lui? Ouais, mais c'est parce que c'est le premier avec l'interaction avec... Ouais, voilà. Ah, il y en a là-bas. Vite. Attends, il y avait... Ouais, c'est peut-être un peu loin, mais bon. Non, ça devrait... Je crois que ça va être de l'autre côté de ce truc.
In other news, Exogeny Corp is still denying reports that one of their survey teams has gone missing in the Hades Gamma Cluster.
Ou un peu la pression à Tally.
When asked why communication with the survey team was suddenly cut off last week, company officials refused to comment.
Ouais, non, c'est sûr que c'est super cool, truc sûr. Il n'y a pas de problème avec ça. Et du coup, l'ascenseur, et on m'attend en bas.
You seem to be attracting unwanted attention, Tally. Several passerbys were staring at you.
Many think less of Quarians for traveling in the flotilla and for creating the Geth. They see us as scavengers, little better than thieves.
It is natural for people to dislike rootless wanderers. If Quarians would just settle another homeworld, you would not run into such concerns.
Yo.
I've got big news for you, Shepard. Captain Anderson is stepping down as commanding officer of the Normandy. The ship is yours now.
She's quick and quiet, and you know the crew. Perfect ship for a Spectre. Treat her well, Commander.
This isn't right. The Normandy belongs to you.
You needed your own ship. A Spectre can't answer to anyone but the Council. And it's time for me to step down.
Come clean with me, Captain. You owe me that much.
I was in your shoes 20 years ago, Shepard. They were considering me for the Spectres.
Why didn't you ever mention this?
What was I supposed to say? I could have been a Spectre, but I blew it? I failed, Commander. It's not something I'm proud of. Ask me later and I'll tell you the whole story. For now, all you need to know is, I was sent on a mission with Saren, and he made sure the Council rejected me. I had my shot. It came and went. Now you have a chance to make up for my mistakes.
Saren's not gonna get away this time.
Saren's gone.
Je vais bien faire le boulot.
But we know what he's after. The conduit. He's got his Geth scouring the Traverse looking for clues.
We had reports of Geth in the Pharaoh system shortly before our colony there dropped out of contact, and there have been sightings around Noveria.
Find out what Saren was after on Pharos and Noveria. Maybe you can figure out where the conduit
Moi,
is.
je me souviens de Pharos.
The Reapers are the real threat.
I'm with the Council on this one, Shepard. I'm not sure they even exist.
But if they do exist, the conduit's the key to bringing them back. Stop Saren from getting the conduit, and we stop the Reapers from returning.
I'll stop him.
Je suis déter.
We have one more lead. Matriarch Benezia, the other voice in that recording. She has a daughter, a scientist who specializes in the Protheans. We don't know if she's involved, but it might be a good idea to try and find her. See what she knows. Her name's Liara, Dr. Liara Tassoni. We have reports she was exploring an archaeological dig on one of the uncharted worlds in the Artemis Tau cluster.
Sounds like we should head for the Artemis Tau cluster.
It's your decision, Commander. You're a Spectre.
On va surtout aller vers les quêtes annexes.
Your actions still reflect on humanity as a whole. You make a mess and I get stuck cleaning it up.
I'll take care of Saren. You take care of the political fallout.
Not exactly the answer I was looking for, Shepard. Remember, you were a human long before you were a Spectre. I have a meeting to get to, Captain Anderson.
Oui, mais je t'aime pas, Udina. Tu m'emmerdes. Qu'est-ce que tu dis, toi?
How are you holding up?
Honestly, this isn't how I pictured my career coming to an end. Pushing papers really isn't my thing, but you're the one who can stop Saren. I believe in you, Shepard. If that means I have to step aside, so be it.
Tell me what happened with you and Saren 20 years ago.
It's close to 20 years ago now. Ambassador Goyle was our representative here on the Citadel. Like Udina, she wanted to get a human into the Spectres. She chose me. The Council sent Saren to keep an eye on me and evaluate my performance, just like they sent Nihilus to keep tabs on you.
Nihilus, ouais.
I think I deserve the whole story.
We had intel on a rogue scientist being funded by Batarian interests. He was trying to set up a facility to develop illegal AI technology out in the Verge. Alliance intel had done all the work, but the Council wanted a Spectre involved. We compromised. I was assigned to help Saren in his investigation. We tracked the scientist to a refining facility on Kamala. He was hidden away somewhere inside, protected by an army of Batarian mercenaries. The plan was simple. Sneak into the plant, capture the scientist, sneak back out. Quick, quiet, and a minimum of bloodshed.
Ta gueule. Mais il parle des Butariens, mais on n'en voit pas dans le premier Mass Effect, il me semble.
I'm guessing things didn't go as planned.
Saren and I split up to cover more ground. Then about halfway through the mission, there was a massive explosion in the refinery core. Officially, it was ruled an accident, but I think Saren detonated it on purpose to draw off the enemy guards.
How many casualties?
The explosion tore the refinery to shreds. The whole place was on fire. Black chemical clouds poured out into the atmosphere. Nobody inside survived. There was a camp for the workers and their families nearby. Between the fires and the toxic fumes, the final death count was over 500. Mostly civilians. Saren didn't care. The target was eliminated, mission accomplished. And I ended up taking the blame. That ended all talk of me joining the Spectres.
Saren caused the explosion. How'd he pin it on you?
In his report, Saren accused me of blowing his cover. He said it was my fault the guards were ready for us. He claimed that's why it turned into a massacre. Saren's report was all the proof the Council needed to kill my chances of becoming a Spectre.
Why'd you let him get away with it?
Who do you think the Council was going to listen to? Me? Or their best agent? I had a bad feeling about him right from the start. I should have been more careful. Maybe I could have stopped things before they got out of hand.
The only thing I care about is stopping Saren.
You're right, Commander. It's no good living in the past.
Any extra intel you can give me on our colony at Pharos?
The entire planet used to be one giant Prothean city. Mostly ruins now. But some of the infrastructure
Ah,
is
c'est
still
ça, c'est ce
the
truc dont
colony
je me
tried to build
souviens.
on what the Protheans left behind. We lost all contact with them when the Geth attacked.
What do you know about the Artemis Tau cluster?
Not much. I've never been there myself. A handful of systems with a few small, uncharted worlds, but no real colonies. Might not be easy finding Dr. Tassoni out there. My advice is to look for the world with the Prothean ruins.
What can you tell me about Novaria?
Novaria's trouble. Always has been. The whole planet's basically
Always
a
has
series of
been.
corporations to conduct illegal research. Watch your back there, Shepard. Spectres are about the only form of Citadel authority Novaria respects. But they aren't popular.
I want to know the truth about you and Saren. I want to know about the mission you were on together all those
Ah
years
merde,
ago.
il nous l'a dit ça déjà. Merde. Non, mais c'était plus le même. Je m'en fous.
The only thing I care about is
Ah oui.
I should go.
L'option de dialogue, elle a changé de line. C'est mon vaisseau. Putain mais... C'est bon, j'ai tout regardé. On va pouvoir parler au monde entier à l'intérieur du vaisseau maintenant.
Contamination in progress.
I heard what happened to Captain Anderson. Survives 100 battles and then gets taken down by backroom politics. Just watch your back, Commander. Things go bad on this mission, you're next on their chopping block.
Saren's out there somewhere, and we're gonna find him.
Everyone on this ship's behind you, Commander. 100%. Intercom's open. If you got anything you want to say to the crew, now's the time.
Crew, this is Commander Shepard. We have our orders. Find Saren before he finds the conduit. This is the most important mission any of us have ever been on. The fate of an entire galaxy is at stake.
Ouais, vrai.
We will stop Saren no matter what the cost.
Well said, Commander.
Qu'est-ce qu'il fout là? On sait pas en fait. À aucun moment on a dit à Vrex viens sur le vaisseau, non? Puisqu'on a fait fist avec lui, mais parce que il fallait faire fist quoi, mais... Il s'est tapé l'incruste, quoi.
The captain's not here. I'm in charge now, Joker, and time's wasting. Get this bird in the air.
Yes, ma'am.
Rien à foutre du capitaine. Putain, regardez dehors, une entrée de codex, quoi. Elle parle des vitres du... Enfin, qu'est-ce qu'il dit, lui?
Commander, something you need?
How's the Normandy performing? Is she everything they said she'd be?
She's the best ship in the fleet, if you've got a pilot who knows how to handle her. Balance isn't what you'd expect. Takes a while to get used to that oversized drive core we got stuffed in the back, and her power can sneak up on you if you're not careful. The Normandy's probably too much ship for your average Alliance pilot, Commander. Lucky for you, I'm anything but average.
Sure.
I like to know my crew. Mind if I ask you a few questions?
I can see where this is going. You did a background check on me, didn't you? Well, I'll tell you the same thing I told the captain. You want me as your pilot. I'm not good. I'm not even great. I am the best damn helmsman in the Alliance fleet. Top of my class in flight school, I earned that. All those commendations in my file, I earned every single one. Those weren't given to me as charity for my disease.
What are you talking about? Are you sick?
You mean you didn't know? Oh, crap. Okay, I've got Vrolich syndrome, brittle bone disease. The bones in my legs never develop properly. They're basically hollow, too much force and they'll shatter. Even with crutches and my leg braces, it's hard to get around. One wrong step and crack! It's very dramatic, but I've learned to manage my condition, Commander. Put the Normandy in my hands and I'll make her dance for you. Just don't ask me to get up and dance unless, you like the sound of snapping shin bones.
Why does everyone call you Joker?
It's a lot shorter than saying Alliance Flight Lieutenant Jeff Moreau. Plus, I love to make little children laugh.
You're dodging the question.
Look, I didn't pick the name. One of the instructors in flight school used to bug me about never smiling. She started calling me Joker, and it stuck.
Why didn't you ever smile?
Ah, la question. Bon, pourquoi vous sauriez pas?
It's not gonna hand you anything if you go around grinning like an idiot. By the end of the year, I was the best pilot in the academy, even better than the instructors, and everybody knew it. They'd all got their asses kicked by the sickly kid with the creaky little legs. One guess who was smiling at graduation?
How'd you end up joining the Alliance?
Look, if you're looking for an inspirational tale of the crippled kid overcoming impossible odds, you're gonna be disappointed. My mother was a civilian contractor working for the Alliance. I basically grew up on the Arcturus station back when they were building up the fleets. Spend all that time around Alliance ships, there's a good chance you'll end up going to the Academy.
I have to go.
Alright, see ya.
Alright. Bon, il faut qu'on parle au crew et après on pourra y aller. Faut romancer Vrex là. Kaiden, quelle horreur. C'est ce que ça. Ah. Je fais le plein de Medigel.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
How well do you know the lieutenant?
I'd never worked with him before this mission, but he has an impressive service record, over a dozen special commendations. Tends to keep
Elle me dit quelque chose, ça va, elle aussi.
Maybe because of the headaches. It's not easy being an L2.
Ah oui, c'est vrai, on a déjà parlé de lui.
Goodbye, Commander.
Bisous. Il a un ancien truc de biotech et du coup il a mal à la tête. I remember. Putain, elle va lui casser la gueule.
Anything you need, Commander?
What's your opinion on the last mission?
I don't see how we could have done things any better. At least not without getting to Eden Prime sooner. And we were on the scene.
Ah mais on est toujours sur Eden Prime.
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
I've wasted enough of your time for now, Commander. We'll have time for personal debriefings later.
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
Commander?
Bah ok, il m'a mis un râteau, Kaiden, quoi. Ça. Hop là. Le gars il veut pas me causer. Salaud. Et du coup c'est chez moi ici? Cette vaste pièce avec rien dedans? Attends, mais ils vont tous être là, les nouveaux, là? À moins que j'ai zappé une partie du vaisseau, mais je crois pas. Il y a juste pas de Tali. Peut-être là. Ah, c'est ici le moteur. Non? Oui, voilà.
Hey, Commander, you know that Quarian, Tali? She's been spending all her time down here asking me about our engines.
I'll tell her to leave you alone.
What? No, she's amazing.
C'est pas ce que je voulais dire.
Half as smart as she is. Give her a month on board and she'll know more about our engines than I do. She's got a real knack for technology, that one. I can see why you wanted her to come along.
I figured she'd be a real asset to the team.
You've got an eye for talent, Commander.
Dis pas non à Tali,
I'm guessing
quoi.
that's not why you came down here.
Fill me in on the IES stealth system. How does it work exactly?
You can't hide a ship out in space. They emit too much heat and radiation. Too easy for sensors to pick them up. Unless you
C'est les aliens.
those emissions. So our stealth systems trap the energy we give off in storage sinks built into the ship itself. No emissions to give away our location. Eventually the sinks have to be vented. More than a few hours silent running and they overheat. Cook us inside our own hull.
Ça marchait pas mal avec la tornade aussi.
There's no way for anyone to detect us?
A visual scan can still pick us up. Anyone looking out a window can see us plain as day. But you have to be pretty close to get an actual visual out in space. Most vessels rely on scanners. As long as the stealth systems are engaged, they can't see us. Not unless we accelerate to FTL speeds.
Ah, FTL, je connais. C'est un petit jeu indé.
Why doesn't it work with faster than light travel?
Cranking up the FTL blue shifts our emissions, pushes them into frequencies too high to capture in the sinks. As soon as we make the jump, it's like setting off a flare. Sensors can pick up our location whenever we enter or exit FTL flight, but for short-range missions, our stealth systems are amazing, and we've got the...
Amazing.
I want to know more about the Normandy.
Putain, on va jamais décoller. Hein.
Probably the fastest vessel ever designed.
Merci à Ben Prunty.
What's so special about the Tantalus Drive Core?
Le record du monde est de 3 minutes par Ben Prunty.
Not only are we faster, but we can run at FTL speeds longer before we have to discharge the core.
Where else have you served, Adams?
If you name a class of Alliance ship, I've probably served on it. Everything from dreadnoughts and carriers right down to frigates like the Normandy. My last assignment was on the Tokyo, only a cruiser, but she was a good ship. Couldn't hold a candle to the Normandy, though.
Carry on, Adams.
Okay, bye.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Hop là.
Your ship's amazing, Shepard. I've never seen a drive core like this before. I can't believe you were able to fit it into a ship this small. I'm starting to understand why you humans have been so successful. I had no idea Alliance vessels were so advanced.
You humans.
The Normandy's a prototype, cutting-edge technology.
A month ago, I was patching a makeshift fuel line into a converted tug ship in the flotilla. Now, I'm sitting on board one of the most advanced vessels in Citadel space.
Ah, c'est nous.
Thank you again for bringing me along. Traveling on a vessel like this is a dream come true for me.
Pas mal, hein? C'était rien.
I had no idea you found ship technology so interesting.
It comes with being a Quarian. The migrant fleet is the key to the survival of my people. Ships are our most valuable resource. But we don't have anything like this. We make do with cast-offs and second-hand equipment. We just try to keep running for as long as we can. Some of the fleet's larger vessels date all the way back to our original flight from the Geth.
Un baba qui demande des trucs, vous allez vous faire ban, attention.
I can't believe your fleet's still using ships that are 3 centuries old.
They're constantly being repaired, modified, and refitted. They aren't pretty, but they work. Mostly. We've tried to make ourselves as independent as possible on the flotilla. Grow our own food, mine, and process our own fuel. But some things we just can't make on our own. A patch to maintain the hull integrity requires raw materials we just don't have. That's why our pilgrimages are so important.
Tell me about your people.
Our lives aren't easy. Resources are scarce, and we are constantly on the move. Everything we do must in some way contribute to the continuation of the migrant fleet. There are 17 million Quarians in the flotilla, and each of us relies on the others for survival. The bonds among my people are strong. Unfortunately, we have had to surrender many of the freedoms and civil liberties other species take for granted.
What kind of freedoms?
Well, it's illegal for parents to have more than one child. If our population grows too much, it would strain our resources to their breaking point. Of course, we also can't allow our numbers to become too few. If our population is in decline, the rule against single births is temporarily repealed. In extreme cases of population decline, incentives are even offered to encourage multiple births. Though the Conclave hasn't had to take such measures in nearly a century.
That's your government.
The Conclave is our civilian branch of government. Each ship can elect a representative to serve on the Conclave and make decisions that affect the fleet as a whole. On matters that affect an individual ship, however, the captain has the final say. It's a tradition that dates back to the early days, when the fleet was governed by martial law. Fortunately, most captains nowadays are smart enough to have an elected council from their crew to give them advice and guidance.
So the ultimate power rests with elected officials?
In practice, the Conclave and the respective council for each ship tend to set the rules that govern our daily lives. But in theory, we are still under military jurisdiction. The 5 top-ranking military officials in the fleet serve on the Admiralty Board. These 5 have the power to overrule any decision by the Conclave in case of emergency. To do so requires unanimous agreement among the Admiralty, and they can only do this once. After that, the entire board must resign their posts. It's a safeguard that served us well. In nearly 3 centuries, the Admiralty Board has only overruled the Conclave 4 times.
Bravo.
I want to know more about the Geth.
I doubt I can tell you anything you don't already know. It's been almost 3 centuries since they drove my people into exile. All I know is the story of their origins. What they were when we created them, and how they turned on us.
Interesting.
The Geth were originally created
Interesting. Le même de la meuf avec la canette de coca devant son PC.
Over time, we made small modifications to their programming to allow them to perform more varied and complex tasks, bringing them closer and closer to true AI status.
How come the council didn't step in and stop you?
This wasn't true AI research. We may have been skirting the bounds of the law, but we never did anything that was actually illegal. The changes were so insignificant, so gradual, that we were able to control them. Or so we thought. But one thing we underestimated was the power of the neural network. A million Geth thinking simultaneously created an inherently unstable matrix.
So the Geth share brain power?
Many of the Geth's logic systems were designed to work in concert with other nearby Geth. Basically, the more of them you have in a group, the smarter they are.
So there's some sort of group consciousness?
No, nothing like that. They cannot share sensory data or information. Their programming cannot handle that much simultaneous input. Each Geth maintains an individual awareness and identity. The neural network only operates on a process-based level. It's basically the synthetic equivalent of a subconscious. But when they're in close proximity, they can coordinate low-level functional processes, freeing up more capacity for original or independent thought.
Je comprends pas.
That doesn't make any sense.
I'm probably oversimplifying. The Geth are incredibly advanced and complex creations. All you need to know is that they get smarter when they gather in large numbers. As we built more and more Geth, their effective intelligence became more sophisticated, more abstract. One day, a Geth began to ask its Quarian overseer questions about the nature of its existence. Am I alive? Why am I here? What is my purpose? As you can imagine, this caused a near panic among my people.
I don't see what's so bad about those questions.
The Geth were created
Shepard.
to engage in mundane, repetitive, or dangerous manual labor. That's fine for machines, but it won't satisfy a sentient being for long. The Geth were showing signs of rudimentary self-awareness and independent thought. If the Geth were intelligent, then we were essentially using them as slaves. It was inevitable the newly sentient Geth would rebel against their situation. We knew they would rise up against us, so we acted first. A general order went out across all Quarian-controlled systems to permanently deactivate all Geth. The Geth responded to this order violently.
Ah bon?
You didn't really think they'd just let you destroy them without a fight, did you?
The hope was that most of the Geth would still be little more than machines, incapable of organized resistance. But they had progressed much further than anyone anticipated. The war was long and bloody. Millions upon millions of Quarians died at their hands. In the end, we were forced to flee our own homeworld. We feared the Geth would pursue us, but they never came beyond the veil. Now we drift through space, exile, searching for a way to reclaim what was once ours.
It's hard to feel sorry for you. Your ancestors tried to wipe out another species.
We made a mistake when we created the Geth in the first place. But we did not make a mistake when we went to war against them. If we had not acted, they would have wiped us out. They're a synthetic life form.
Ah ouais, bon, j'essaye d'être sympa avec Tali, mais bon...
Why do you think they cut themselves off from the rest of the galaxy? Why do you think they've killed every organic being who's ever tried to contact them?
They didn't kill Saren.
What does that tell you? The Geth are not innocent victims in all this. They're the enemy. They want to destroy
Je l'aime bien Tali, mais...
not just the Quarians, all organic life. That's why they've joined up with Saren, and that's why we have to stop him.
Allez.
More about the pilgrimage.
When my people reach maturity, we leave our birth ships and seek acceptance with a new crew. It's necessary to maintain genetic diversity among the fleet. But no ship wants to accept someone who will be a burden on them. So, to prove our worth, we embark on a pilgrimage. We set out alone, leaving the flotilla and our families behind us. We only return once we have found something of value we can bring back to the fleet.
Et du coup, elle se casse avec un vaisseau solo ou elle se fait déposer quelque part?
To join. If the gift is accepted, we are welcomed into the crew.
Can a captain choose to reject the gift?
That doesn't happen often. Most captains are eager to increase the size of their crew. It increases their own standing in our society. Even when the gift is not particularly valuable, the captain usually accepts it out of a sense of tradition. However, there is a stigma to presenting a substandard gift. It's not the best way to make a good impression on a new community. Most pilgrims don't return until they find something worthwhile.
I want to talk about something else.
Like what?
Rien.
I should go.
See you later.
Ah, c'est Mass Effect, hein, c'est les dialogues.
Thanks for bringing me on board. I knew working with the Spectre would be better than life at CSEC.
Have you worked with the Spectre before?
Well, no, but I know what they're like. Spectres make their own rules. You're free to handle things your way. At CSEC, you're buried by rules. The damn bureaucrats are always on your back.
Being a Spectre does have its advantages.
Exactly my point. If I'm trying to take down a suspect, it shouldn't matter how I do it, as long as I do it.
But CSEC wants it done their way. Protocol and procedure come first. That's
Ok. Sure.
So you just quit because you didn't like the way they do things?
There's more to it than that. It didn't start out bad, but as I rose in ranks, I got saddled with more and more red tape. CSEC's handling of Saren was typical. I just couldn't take it anymore. I hate leaving.
You did the right thing. Life's too short to sit around waiting for things to happen.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Le cul sur une chaise.
I plan to make the most of this.
And without CSEC headquarters looking over my shoulder, well maybe...
Le volume des lignes de dialogue, il est pas toujours égal. Hein. Des fois, on les entend pas beaucoup et des fois, ils gueulent.
As long as you do your job well, you're free to go about your business as you see fit.
Thank you, Commander.
Bon, je viens un peu de lui donner autorisation de faire n'importe quoi là, mais...
Nice ship you've got, Shepard. What can I do for you?
What's your story, Rex?
There's no story. Go ask the Quarian if you want stories.
You Krogans live for centuries. Don't tell me you haven't had a few interesting adventures.
Well, there was this one time the Turians almost wiped out our entire race. That was fun.
I heard about that. You know, they almost did the same to us.
It's not the same.
It seems pretty much the same to me.
So your people were infected with a genetic mutation? An infection that makes only a few in 1,000 children survive birth? And I suppose it's destroying your entire species?
I suppose it isn't all the same.
I don't expect you to understand, but don't compare humanity's fate with the Krogan.
I was just making conversation. I wasn't trying to upset you.
Your ignorance doesn't upset me, Shepard. As for the Krogan, I gave up on them long ago. The genophage infected us, but it's not what's killing us.
Are your people really dying?
We're sure not getting any stronger. We're too
Eh, pas bien maline, Shepard là.
in our own system.
Lots of species have left their homes and prospered.
But they go to colonize new worlds. We're not settlers. We're warriors. We want to fight. So we leave. Hire ourselves out. And most of us never go back.
What can you tell me about the genophage?
Ask the Solarians if you want details. They made it. All I know, it makes breeding nearly impossible. Thousands die in stillbirth, and most never get that far. Every Krogan is infected, every one. And no one's rushing to find a cure.
Why don't the Krogan try to find a cure?
When was the last time you saw a Krogan scientist? You ask a Krogan.
J'en ai vu un.
Find a cure for the genophage or fight for credits? He'll choose fighting every time. It's just who we are, Shepard. I can't change that. Nobody can.
So long, Rex.
So long.
Shepard.
Bon, eh ben on va se casser. Ah, on n'a pas parlé à Ashley. Oh. Mais Ashley, bon... Mais elle va me faire comme Kaidan, elle va me dire ah, c'était bien Eden Prime, et puis voilà quoi. C'est pas là. J'y parlerai plus tard à Ashley, elle me passionne pas de ouf. Allez, let's go on a mission. Ashley la best. Ah ouais. Petite musique. Oula. Alors, oui. Ok. Ok, donc on a Noveria. Astéroïde machin. Death Game. Alors attends. Des os. Moi je veux juste voir. Et pirates. Alors, on a un truc dans Hades Gamma. Chercher des scientifiques. Système Strenus, nébuleuse tête de cheval. Le frère de Garante. Ah oui, c'était le vaisseau marchand. Hein. Ça c'est à la citadelle, ça aussi. Système Century, secteur Hawking Neta. Étrange communauté biotique. Ok. Et Hydra Argosro. Je sais pas moi. On va faire dans l'ordre peut-être. Hein. Ou alors... Peut-être aller chercher Liara d'abord. On va faire ça. Hein. D'abord on va chercher Liara, après on fera des trucs... Des trucs. Et Liara, elle est là. Zoom. Ah merde. J'ai oublié. Oh vas-y. Putain mais on peut pas avoir le journal dans la map, ça c'est relou. Ah, et on n'a pas plus en fait. Artemisto et puis nique-toi quoi. Très bien. On va y arriver, c'est promis. Paniquez pas. Et boum. Bah écoute, allons là. Voilà. Panique pas, Tricia, tout va bien. J'ai cru que tu disais ça parce que tu voulais backseat alors qu'en fait je venais de dire de pas paniquer. Quoi. Mais je suis où là? Je suis quelque part? Non, c'est dans le 2 qu'on se déplace avec le vaisseau, non? Je sais plus. Mais
Commander, I'm picking up a signal from the planet's surface. It looks like an automated distress beacon.
Ah! Bah let's go. Oh là là, cet écran de chargement. Oui, mais moi aussi, t'inquiète. La team. Ah, j'ai pas changé les équipements, bah tant pis. Oh là là, c'est parti pour le Mako. Si seulement Gavlux était là. C'est le nord ça ou c'est mon objectif? Ah, bon bah il y a quelque chose en tout cas. Est-ce que... Ouais. Il y a des débris là, une anomalie, le signal... Ah non! Pas le signal de détresse tout de suite. D'abord on fait les trucs annexes. Évidemment. Ah mais il se dirige avec la souris, putain. Quel enfer. Est-ce qu'il monte là? Je vais peut-être virer ça dans les options. Parce que moi j'aime bien regarder autour pendant que je vais tout droit quoi. Où est-ce que ça peut être? Mobilité. Pas du tout. Commande. Ah voilà. Non. Parfait. C'est beaucoup mieux. Oh non. Ouais, les trucs là-bas aussi. Non, arrête. Non, je veux pas... Je veux descendre. Comment on descend? Je suis censé descendre? Ah! Électronique. Oh là, un Krogan. Comment ça, électronique? Tant pis, hein. Peut-être en ayant quelqu'un d'autre dans mon équipage. Dans mon escouade. Je me souviens de rien, c'est assez hallucinant. Pourtant, je les ai fait plusieurs fois, les trois. Mais... Enfin, plusieurs fois. J'ai dû faire 2 fois chaque, un truc comme ça. Et ça remonte la dernière fois. J'analyse le minerai. Ah, je fais un override manuel sur le minerai. Ah, je laisse un petit panneau. À ne pas confondre avec panneau petit. Ah mais du coup, faut que je me souvienne de revenir ici, là. Je sais pas, Baba. Hein. Quelqu'un. Le panneau, il est jamais là, il me déteste. Il me hait, panneau. Une haine viscérale. Un truc. Mais c'est un galérien. Je tente un override manuel. Oh, vas-y. Captain Milon. Ah, j'ai up. Mais j'ai envie de continuer dans les dialogues. Après, ouais, attends, je vais faire ça. Non. Il reste quelques niveaux là-dedans. Ok, maintenant on peut aller là. Mi-cours, ouais, j'ai pensé aussi. Attends, j'ai peut-être eu une mission du coup. Portée disparue. Trouver l'équipe de reconnaissance. Qu'est-ce que c'est que ça? Continue à chercher les éléments, ok, bon ça c'est de l'explo quoi. Ok. Putain, par contre, les FPS, ça chute, hein. Ah, mais attends, ça veut dire... je vais juste checker. Comment on faisait déjà? F? Ah, on peut pas passer ça. On va voir si si avec Tali j'ai plus de... Hop! Oh là là. C'est l'aventure le Mako. Alors. Ah! Oh la vache. Oh. Les connards. Oh non. Oh non. Ok, munitions perforantes, mode d'arme. D'arme. C'est pas là. Oui, c'était équipé. Alors, j'ai perforant 1, eh ben, je peux mettre perforant 2. Ça, c'était quoi? Calibrage de viseur. Ouais. Accumulateur, c'est déjà ce que j'avais. Allez, ouais, bah, je vais rester avec Tali pour le... Tali Garus, ça va le faire. Oh là là. Mais... Le Mako, hein. C'est vraiment... C'est aussi bien que dans mes souvenirs. Hein. Tu compenses dans un sens, il va trop dans ce sens, du coup tu compenses dans l'autre et il va trop dans l'autre. Le Mako dans Star Citizen, il est bien. Ouais. Alors je dis on va garder Tali et tout, mais ça se trouve je suis pas au bon endroit. Mais non, ça ressemble pas à... Quand est-ce que tu tires par contre? Ah voilà. Est-ce qu'on peut rouler dessus? Waouh. Putain les FPS quoi. Ah mais il me court après. Je pensais qu'il allait sortir au bout d'un moment mais... J'ai toutes les roues qui sont en train de crever apparemment. Il me semble que le Mako des autres jeux est mieux aussi. Oh là, oh là, oh là! Oh non! Voilà.
S0-Baïse se réabonne. Bonsoir, c'est ici le QG de BioWare.
C'est ici. Dernière sauvegarde, je sais pas quand c'est ça. Hein. Merci pour le 7e mois de sub, hello. Du coup, faut que je refasse ça ou pas? Ah oui, ça a pas retenu, oh là là. J'ai oublié c'est F5. Et ça, F5, F9. Désolé, j'ai pas sauvegardé. Eh ben écoute, ça va bien, hello, j'espère que toi ça va aussi. On s'amuse avec le petit Mako. On cherche notre prochaine pote de mission. Oh! Et je crois qu'on est sur la mauvaise planète. Ça va, ça va. Allez. Fuck. Mais non, mais... Connard. Bon, allez, quoi. Bon. Merde. Voilà. Ah, c'est pas les mêmes trucs, je crois que j'ai eu. Radioactif. Je crois que c'est bien ça. Hein. Essayer de le mettre. Okay. F5. C'est vrai qu'il a bien refait chaud là. Hein. Et le terrain n'est pas très praticable. Et du coup, j'imagine que c'est les Galariens, c'est le reste des Galariens qui sont là-bas là. Je peux pas tirer pendant que je répare, c'est ça? Voilà, c'était facile. Bonjour.
Alliance soldiers. Looks like they were lured here by the distress beacon.
Looks like these men were under Admiral Kahoko's command. He'd want to know what happened here.
Ok. Ce n'était donc pas les Galariens. Ça, on en fait quelque chose? Non. Ah. Faut monter dans le truc pour dire on retourne en Normandie. Tac. Ok, c'était pas cette planète donc. Ah, courage Hello. Hop. Je vous laisse avec cette petite musique, je vais aux toilettes. Oui. Alors. Eh ben, très bien. Un petit gisement. Non, juste... Ouais, les premières que j'ai faites, y a pas de... Y a rien de neuf. Ok. Ah, elle est bien la musique de la map. Ah, là, on a le chargement dans le 1, et je me souviens que dans le 2, tu fais le voyage toi-même et t'as le fuel à gérer. Ah, c'est là, je crois. J'ai regardé ce qu'il y a d'autre sur le screen de la planète me dit un truc. Voilà, voilà. Ok. C'était celle-là. Ouais. Let's go. Ouais, je suis peut-être full of shit, hein, mais il me semble que ça me dit vaguement un truc. Ah, c'est ça l'examen. Ah, mais je veux faire ça, mais s'il y a encore un truc qui se passe, merde. Vas-y, on va refaire ça. Si j'ai encore besoin de faire un override manuel sur un caillou, je vais avoir besoin de Tali, quoi.
Commander, I'm picking up some strange readings. Really strange, like off the damn charts. It looks like it's coming from an underground complex a few clicks away from the drop zone.
C'est ça. Ah, et là, c'est tout droit. Ok. Je sais jamais si tu vas avoir besoin d'elle ou pas. Ouais. On peut jump au-dessus là? Hop là! Oh là, oh là, oh là! Non, non, non! Au secours! Bah ça s'est bien passé. Mais ouais, mais c'est ce que je disais tout à l'heure sur la direction du Mako. Quand t'appuies un peu trop dans une direction, il part full quoi. Ah, il y a des méchants par là-bas. En fait, ça s'est bien passé, mais à l'atterrissage, je suis parti en couille parce que je voulais juste... Ah! Après, est-ce que j'ai envie de me faire chier à les tuer, en fait? Je peux juste tracer, quoi. Ceux-là, je peux les tracer, en tout cas. Je fais la tornade. Alors là, c'est ça que t'essayes de me backseat, Tali? Non. Adieu. Oula, oula, oula. Ah, le macro, quoi. Allez, tiens. Ah, j'ai gagné un truc dans l'inventaire. Ah, mais faut quand même descendre. Wait. Ah non, mais Graham, c'est ridicule. Ouais. Oui, voilà. Salut Murloc. Comment ça va? Mais c'est juste... c'est un coffre, ça, c'est pas... Ah, mais c'est un méchant, lui! Voilà. Et hop. On se casse. Oh, the floor is bien là-bas, là. Ah, bien joué pour les arnaques évitées. Faudra que tu me racontes ça. Ouais. Ah, j'ai raté. Ah, mais on peut leur rouler dessus. Padatapam, pam, padapapam, pam. Quoi? Ouais, s'il y a ce genre de bail, je pense qu'il faut que tu changes de site, hein. Comment ça, c'est pas la musique de Mass Effect que je chantais, hein? Je pense que tu me montres ici, hein. Oh là, oh là. J'ai disable mon compte. Ouais, bah tu fais bien, je pense. Le site n'aura pas une bonne review. Mais il y avait eu une prise de contact avant ou c'était dès le premier message Ah, on peut pas aller plus loin. Quel level design subtil. Ah, qu'est-ce que c'est? Arrêtez! Voilà. Ça a l'air bien mes balles à l'uranium là. Ah, je comprends. Bien joué de ne pas t'être fait voler des sous. Attends, moi aussi j'ai un sniper. Moi aussi je joue au foot. Ah merde. Non, arrêtez. Marie Curie a pro. Allez, boum. Ah, il est pas mort. Il est encore moins mort. Maintenant il est mort. Bah. Je touche mais ne tue pas. Bon. C'est pas cette arme que je voulais sortir. C'est vrai que c'est pas le bon jeu, dans l'autre on peut sauter au moins. Moi je dis ça. Hein. Ah tu penses Murloc? Ouais, dans Andromeda on peut sauter. On s'en fout. On vient de voir un guet faire le lézard sur les murs et puis... même pas un... Oh! Rien. Même pas... regarde, qu'est-ce qui se ramène? Oh mais la dernière sauvegarde. Oh dis-moi une sauvegarde après la cinématique. Oui. Bravo. Tiens. Aïe. Et tu la balances pas ta galette toi? Ah non c'est G. Ok. On tue les ZAD. Hashtag ad. C'est bon? Ah non, il y en a encore un là-bas, il y a un sniper là-haut. Et hop. Quoi, il est pas mort? Ah si. Ah, putain. Ok, alors maintenant lui. Est-ce que j'ai des trucs moi? Bon ça c'est la raise. Ça les autres j'ai déjà dans ma barre. Est-ce que tu peux te décoller de là? Merci. Ouais, du coup, ils sont déjà en cooldown. Aïe. J'aurais aimé qu'elle... Putain. Ça fait bao bao. Ah, bien joué, Murloc. T'as le mien aussi, hein. Il se... Il se refroidit pas, mon truc? Voilà. Non mais ça, pitié. Ah, mon truc de bouclier, il se fait tout seul. Oh là là. On se fait overrun. Oui, je t'aime aussi. Ah, j'ai eu peur. Ah, est-ce que ici il y a quelque chose? Il n'y a rien. Quoi encore? Non mais ça c'est lui. Ok. Oh le petit salaud. Ah, c'est gentil. Non. Mais je vois pas d'où il tire. Ah si, ok. Ils sont discrets ces tirs normaux. Allez hop. Ouh. Il y en a encore un qui se cache. Voilà. Qu'est-ce que j'ai eu dans mon inventaire? Oh là! Ah oui, tout ça. On verra peut-être plus tard. Ouais, elle est là-bas, machine. Okay. Elle est en train de crever. Huh. Interesting. Avant de tomber dans la lave. Vous voyez ce que je vois là? Il y a des trucs de lave, des FX de lave qui sont au-dessus de la lave. C'est marrant comme tout. Ok. Ah, c'est oui, c'est là. Je vois tes carottes râpées. Oh. tire dans la console devant lui, The Marine. Moi aussi, le 1 c'est loin. Il y a quelque chose ici. Je me souviens de... Je me souviens de quelques trucs, mais c'est pas la folie. Ah, le 3 est trop bien. Du Medigel. Oh non, des trucs. Attends, mais... Ah!
I wonder what Liara is looking for in here. Most Protheans have nothing more than dead instrumentation.
Ils étaient solides les drones là. Hop. Mais c'est Liara? C'est Bébou?
Can you hear me out there? I'm trapped. I need help.
Moins fort.
Liara Tassoni, I presume?
Thank the goddess. I did not think anyone would come looking for me. Listen, this thing I'm in is a Prothean security device. I cannot move, so I need you to get me out of it, all right?
Il y a de fortes chances qu'on romance Liara, hein, je vous préviens.
Your mother is working with Saren. Whose side are you on?
What? I am not on anybody's side. I may be Benezia's daughter, but I'm nothing like her. I have not spoken to her in years.
Donc tu romances pas Tali, je romance tout le monde.
How did you end up in there?
I was exploring the ruins when the Geth showed up, so I hid in here. Can you believe that? Geth beyond the veil! I activated the tower's defenses. I knew the barrier curtains would keep them out. When I turned it on, I must have hit something I wasn't supposed to. I was trapped in here. You must get me out, please.
Vous l'avez bien cherché.
Any suggestions on how we can help?
Tout le monde. Sauf Kaidan, parce qu'il m'énerve. J'attends mon heure. Je glisse dans TDM au plus vite. Je me sers à boire, j'arrive. Kedan et Ashley, c'est des vulgaires humains. Je sais pas s'ils méritent la romance. Ah! Or que romance c'est Vrex. Là, il y a quelque chose. Ouais, mais il se cache. Surtout des dégâts, mais non. Ah, conclure. C'est quoi ça, hein? Zone non nettoyée. Ah! J'ai cru qu'il me faisait chier pour le... C'est bon, c'est nettoyé maintenant? Mais... Eh oui, mais qu'ils sortent de leur cachette aussi, là. Moi, s'ils viennent pas m'attaquer, je peux pas savoir que... qu'ils sont là. Oh bordel. Mais... C'est full random ça, ou il y a moyen de savoir... Oh là là. Oh dommage. J'ai pas fait gaffe du tout. Eh ben. Que faire avec ça? J'explore, hein. Désolé. Voilà. Je tente un override manuel. Ok. Zébardi. Un truc. Je touche. Bonne Murloc, merci d'être passé. Bon lurk. On pourrait t'appeler Mulurk.
How did you get in here? I didn't think there was any way past the barrier.
Je m'appelle Shepard, je suis trop fort.
We blasted through with the mining laser.
Of course. Yes, that makes sense. Please, get me out of here before more Geth arrive. That button over there should shut down this containment field.
Avec tous ses pouvoirs biotiques, elle peut pas... Sus.
Any idea how we get out of this place?
There is an elevator back in the center of the tower.
Elle avait pas d'effet sur sa voix, on dirait.
It should take us out of here. Come on. I still cannot believe all this. Why would the Geth come after me? Do you think Benezia's involved?
Seren's looking for the conduit. You're a Prothean expert. He probably wants you to help him find it.
The conduit, but I don't know.
What the hell was that?
These ruins are not stable. That mining laser must have triggered a seismic event.
Bien sûr.
We have to hurry. The whole place is caving in.
Joker, get the Normandy airborne and lock in on my signal. On the double, mister.
Aye, aye, Commander. Secure and away. ETA 8 minutes.
He needs to move faster.
8 minutes... Oh là. Je veux juste regarder en l'air, moi. C'est pas moi. Ah, le fameux.
Surrender. Or don't. That would be more fun.
There a reason you're in my way?
The same reason you're here.
L'alien crapaud. Oh là là.
For getting rid of those energy fields for us. Hand the doctor over.
Whatever it is you want, you are not getting it from me.
Is this really the time?
The atmosphere is perfect for a life and death struggle. Kill them. Spare the Asari if you can. If not, doesn't matter.
Pas trop pourquoi j'ai essayé de dialoguer, mais... Putain, mais au secours un peu. Hein. Arrête! J'ai gagné. Plonk, plonk, plonk. Ah, je me préparais à faire des actions, mais c'est dans le 2. On a réussi.
Too close, Commander. 10 more seconds we would have been swimming in molten sulfur. The Normandy isn't equipped to land in exploding volcanoes. They tend to fry our sensors and melt our hull. Just for future reference.
We almost died out there and your pilot is making jokes?
It's a coping mechanism. You'll get used to it.
I see. It must be a human thing. I don't have a lot of experience dealing with your species, Commander. But I am grateful to you. You saved my life back there, and not just from the volcano.
Must be a human thing.
Dragged me off to Saren.
What did Saren want with you? Do you know something about the conduit?
Only that it was somehow connected to the Prothean extinction. That is my real area of expertise. I have spent the past 50 years trying to figure out what happened to them.
Just how old are you exactly?
I hate to admit it, but I am only 106.
Damn! I hope I look that good when I'm your age.
A century may seem like a long time to a short-lived species like yours. But among the Asari, I am barely considered more than a child. That is why my research has not received the attention it deserves. Because of my youth, other Asari scholars tend to dismiss my theories on what happened to the Protheans.
Did your research turn up anything interesting?
What is interesting is what I did not turn up. There is remarkably little archaeological evidence of the Protheans, and even less that might explain why they disappeared. It is almost as if someone did not want the mystery solved. It is like someone came along after the Protheans were gone and cleansed the galaxy of clues. But here is the incredible part. According to my findings, the Protheans were not the first galactic civilization to mysteriously vanish. This cycle began long before them.
Where'd you come up with this theory? I thought there wasn't any evidence.
I have been working on this for 50 years. I have tracked down every scrap and shred of evidence. Eventually, subtle patterns start to emerge, patterns that hint at the truth. It is difficult to explain to someone else. I cannot point to one specific thing to prove my case. It is more a feeling derived from a half-century of dedicated research. But I know I'm right, and eventually I will be able to prove it. There were other civilizations before the Protheans. This cycle has repeated itself many times over.
On dirait qu'elle a un œil plus fermé que l'autre. C'est bizarre.
What cycle? What are you talking about?
The galaxy is built on a cycle of extinction. Each time a great civilization rises up, it is suddenly and violently cast down. Only ruins survive. The Protheans rose up from a single world until their empire spanned the entire galaxy. Yet even they climbed to the top on the remains of those who came before. Their greatest achievements, the mass relays and the Citadel, are based on the technology of those who came before them. And then, like all the other forgotten civilizations throughout galactic history, the Protheans disappeared. I have dedicated my life to figuring out why.
Et c'est vous et vous le saurez.
They were wiped out by a race of sentient machines, the Reapers.
The Reapers? But I have never heard of. How do you know this? What evidence do you have?
There was a damaged Prothean beacon on Eden Prime. It burned a vision into my brain. I'm still trying to sort out what it all means.
Visions. Yes, that makes sense. The beacons were designed to transmit information directly into the mind of the user. Finding one that still works is extremely rare. No wonder the Geth attacked Eden Prime. The chance to acquire a working beacon, even a badly damaged one, is worth almost any risk. But the beacons were only programmed to interact with Prothean physiology. Whatever information you received would have been confused, unclear. I am amazed you were able to make sense of it at all. A lesser mind would have been utterly destroyed by the process. You must be remarkably strong-willed, Commander.
Je suis pas n'importe qui.
Of course, you're right. I am sorry, my scientific curiosity got the better of me. Unfortunately, I do not have any information that could help you find the conduit, or Saren.
Putain, mais les phrases en bas à chaque fois, elles sont vénères.
I don't know why Saren wanted you out of the picture, but I think we'll be a lot better off if we bring you along.
Thank you, Commander. Saren might come after me again. I cannot think of anywhere safer than here on your ship. And my knowledge of the Protheans might be useful later on.
And her biotics will come in handy when the fighting starts.
Encore un alien, super.
Good to have you on the team, Liara.
Thank you, Commander. I am very grateful. Oh, I am afraid I am feeling a bit lightheaded.
When was the last time you ate or slept? Dr. Chakwa should take a look at you.
It is probably just mental exhaustion, coupled with the shock of discovering the Prothean's true fate. I need some time to process all this. Still, it could not hurt to be examined by a medical professional. It will give me the chance to think things over. Are we finished here, Commander?
C'est tout, pour le moment.
Go see the doctor. The rest of you, dismissed.
Mission reports are filed, Commander. You want me to patch you through to the Council?
Patch him through, Joker.
Setting up the link now, Commander.
We've received your report, Commander. I understand Dr. Tassoni is on the Normandy.
I assume you're taking the necessary security precautions.
Don't tell me how to do my job.
You are free to act as you see fit, Commander. Our role is to offer guidance and advice.
It's up to you if you're smart enough to listen.
Liara's on our side. The Geth were trying to kill her.
Benezia would never allow Saren to kill her daughter.
Maybe she doesn't know.
Or maybe we don't know her. We never expected she could become a traitor.
At least the mission was a success.
Apart from the utter destruction of a major Prothean ruin. Was that really necessary, Shepard?
The Geth were crawling all over those ruins. We were lucky to make it out alive.
Of course, Commander. The mission must always take priority.
Good luck, Commander. Remember, we are all counting on you.
Superbe. Bon, je pense que je vais parler à l'équipage et puis on va s'arrêter là. Ça fait 3 heures que je joue là, c'est pas mal. Hop là. Il dit quelque chose lui?
If anyone has to take over for Captain Anderson, I'm glad it's you. I'm not sure about having non-humans on our ship, though.
Oh là!
I'm in charge here, Presley. I decide if we have non-humans on this vessel.
Yes, ma'am. Understood, ma'am.
Va se calmer, hein?
Speak freely, Presley. I want to know if you have a problem with non-humans.
It's not that, Commander. Humanity has always handled its own problems. Saren attacked one of our colonies. We should be the ones to stop him. We don't need their help.
This is bigger than humanity. Saren's a threat to every species in the galaxy, and I'll welcome anyone who wants to help me bring him down.
I guess so. Maybe I'm just stuck in the old ways of thinking. But don't worry, Commander, this won't be a problem.
Ouais.
How did you end up assigned to the Normandy?
I signed up with the Alliance as a navigator right out of school, following in my grandfather's footsteps, I guess. My first posting was on the Agincourt. We were at Elysium during the Skillian Blitz. A massive fleet of alien raiders hit the colony, trying to wipe it out. They had the numbers, but their ships were no match for an Alliance frigate. It was a slaughter. We couldn't even keep track of how many ships they lost.
Il me fait juste un peu peur, c'est qu'au final, enfin, c'est normal, c'est encore le début, mais on a encore beaucoup causé dans cette VOD, quoi. Mais j'essaierai peut-être de faire des sessions l'après-midi, le week-end, pour pouvoir jouer un peu plus. On verra.
How'd you end up on the Normandy?
I got my officer's commission after Elysium. Must have made an impression on the right people. Captain asked for me when he was picking his crew.
Carry on, Presley.
Yes, ma'am.
Mais après, moi j'ai pas peur de faire 35 streams sur le jeu. Hein. Là, on récupère l'XP dans le vaisseau. Qu'est-ce qu'il dit, jockey?
I prefer gold to silver, you know, for my medal. I figured you'd recommend me for one since I pulled your boots out of the fire.
If we present you with a medal, you'll end up sitting on stage listening to politicians make speeches for a couple of hours.
That's a good point. They'd probably make me shave, too. I spent the last 7 weeks working on this baby. No medal's worth that. So, Commander, why don't you tell me why you're really here?
Non, y a rien de...
I like to know my crew. Mind if I ask you a few questions?
I can... You... Top of
Ah non, c'était la même, ok. J'ai cru que...
All those... Okay.
J'ai cru que ça mènerait à des trucs supplémentaires.
I have to go.
Ah. Dans quoi? Regardez de haut. Là on peut... On s'en fout. Bon, très bien. Je cours. Tous les jours. Dis ça comme ça, enfin il me semble en tout cas que dans le 2, quand on a fait une option de dialogue, elle se grise et tant qu'il n'y a pas du nouveau avec ce dialogue là, ça reste grisé. Ok, Sisi qui est dans. Putain, comme je m'approche sneaky là.
Commander, do you have a minute?
I always make time for my officers.
Off the record, I think there's something wrong here. This Saren is looking for records on some kind of galactic extinction, but we can't get backup from the Council? Sorry, Commander. There's writing on the wall here, but someone isn't reading it.
The Council doesn't want to believe anything's wrong. I'd call it human nature, but...
I hear you. It just seems like a group that's been around as long as the Council should see this coming. I mean, it's funny, we finally get out here, and the final frontier was already settled. And the residents don't even seem impressed by the view. Or the dangers.
Well, well. You're a romantic. Did you sign on for the dream, Malenko? Secure a man's future in space?
Yeah, I read a lot of those books when I was a kid, where the hero goes to space to prove himself worthy of a woman he loves, or, you know, for justice. Maybe I was a romantic in the beginning, but I thought about it after brain camp. Biotic acclimation and temperance training. I'm not looking for the dream. I just want to do some good. See what's out here. Sorry if I got too informal. Protocol wasn't a big focus back in Bot.
Tell me about it.
Biotic acclimation and temperance didn't last past the airlock. To the kids they hauled in, it was brain camp. Sorry, hauled in is unkind. We were encouraged to commit to an evaluation of our abilities so an understanding of biotics could be compiled. There are worse results of accidental exposure to element 0 in the womb. Beats the brain tumors some kids grew up with.
Bah cool.
I read
Salaud.
all about that. How companies would arrange accidents to expose people to element zero.
There was never any proof of that. It's not what happened in my case, anyway. My mother was downwind of a transport crash. It was before there were human biotics, a little after the discovery of the Martian ruins. It only gets iffy around 63 when Kinetics was running out of first-gen subjects. Until then, they'd relied on accidentals. Bunch of guys in suits show up at your door after school, and next thing you know, you're out on Jump Zero.
T'aimes bien ses sourcils, Héloïse? Salut Pano.
Jump Zero is Gagarin Station, right?
T'arrives à la fin, là, je fais le tour, enfin à la fin, ça va durer 1000 ans, mais je fais le tour de l'équipage et j'arrêterai là. On vient de... Bonjour. On vient de récupérer Liara. J'ai rien écouté du coup, mais merci Kaiden.
At least you weren't alone out there.
That's true. We did have a little circle that'd get together every night before lights out. We didn't have much to do, though. It was a research platform then, and Kinetics kept Jump Zero off the extranet to prevent leaks.
Then you must have had plenty of time to get to know each other.
Yeah, we'd sit around and bull every night after dinner, play cards or network games. There was this girl named Rana, who had a little circle grow up around her. She was from Turkey. Her family was very rich, but she was smart and charming as hell. Beautiful, but not stuck up about it. Like you, I guess.
J'aime bien comme il dit en VO, she was rich, but she was smart.
Sounds like she was special to you.
She was. Maybe she felt the same, but things never felt together. Training, you know.
You know of any intentional exposures for certain?
Ah, Tricia, il arrivait là. Hein.
As big as the exposures were, it was hard to track down accidentals. It was different then. No one knew the potential, so there wasn't a lot of regulation. Anything Kinetics did was gold. I'm not saying they intentionally detonated drives over our outposts, but in retrospect, they were damn quick on the scene.
Jump Zero's a long way from home. What was it like?
The grand gateway to humanity looks a lot better in the vids. Anyway, this was supposed to be a casual debrief, not a bull session about stuff that happened years ago.
C'est vrai, m'en fous.
We have to depend on each other in combat. I like knowing what kind of man I have at my back.
I understand, ma'am. I won't let you down. You, make a habit of getting this personal with everyone?
Non, juste vous.
No, no I don't. We'll talk again later.
I'll need some time to process that, Commander. But, yeah, I'd like that.
Très bien. Je voulais juste pas l'envoyer chier, mais ok, I guess. Ah, le plein de Medigel, vite. Allô? Oui. You.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
Et elle dit rien de nouveau, elle.
How did you end up serving on an
I
alliance?
enlisted, right?
Ouais.
Good humanity.
Everything keep moving, boss?
Non!
But there's something special.
Ça, au revoir.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Yo. Bébou.
Commander, are you coming to check up on me?
Non. et je repars.
You look much better. How are you feeling?
Dr. Chakwas assures me I am going to be fine. I was impressed with her knowledge of Asari physiology.
Au revoir.
You're in good hands. Dr. Chakwas knows what she's doing.
I never properly thanked you for saving me from the Geth, Commander. If you hadn't shown up,
I'm just glad we got there in time.
So am I. I know you took a chance bringing me aboard this ship. I have seen the way your crew looks at me. They do not trust me. But I am not like Benezia. I will do whatever I can to help you stop Saren. I promise.
Don't worry, Liara. I trust you. I know you won't let me down.
Trust you, c'est peut-être un peu rapide, mais...
Thank you.
Tell me about yourself, Liara.
Me? I am afraid I am not very interesting, Commander. I spend most of my time on remote digs, unearthing mundane items buried in long-forgotten Prothean ruins.
Sounds dangerous. And lonely.
Sometimes I would run afoul of indigenous life forms or stumble across a small band of mercenaries or privateers. But I was always careful. Until the Geth followed me to Artemis Tau. I never found myself in any situation my biotics could not handle. As for the solitude, well, that is one aspect that most appealed to me. Sometimes I just need to get away from other people.
You don't like other people?
I suppose it comes from being a matriarch's daughter. People expected me to follow in Benezia's footsteps. They wanted me to become a leader of our people. Matriarchs guide their followers into the future. They seek the truth of what is yet to come. Maybe that's why I became so interested in the secrets of the past. It sounds so foolish when I say it out loud. It sounds like I became an archaeologist simply to spite Benezia.
You must enjoy something about it.
I love my work. Seeking out history's lost secrets has a special appeal for me. You were actually touched by working Prothean technology. That is why I find you so fascinating, Commander.
Sounds like you want to dissect me in a lab somewhere.
What? No! I did not mean to insinuate. I never meant to offend you, Shepard. I only meant that you would be an interesting specimen for an in-depth study. No, that's even worse.
Calm down, Liara. I was only joking.
Joking? Oh, by the goddess, how could I be so dense? You must think I am a complete and utter fool. Now you know why I prefer to spend my time in the field with data disks and computers. I always seem to say something embarrassing around other people. Please, just pretend this conversation never happened.
Quoi? Jamais de la vie.
Do you know why Benezia joined up with Saren?
I don't understand it. She was always outspoken about the need for the Asari to become more involved in shaping galactic events. Maybe she thought allying herself with Saren would somehow be for the greater good in the long run. At least
Ah bah là, il y aura des galactic events, mais...
This hurts you, doesn't it?
None of this makes any sense to me. I have not spoken to Benezia in many years, but I know her, and this was not like her. Something changed.
I'd like to know more about the Asari.
We were the first species to discover the Citadel. We were instrumental in forming the Council, and we always strive to be the voice of peaceful cooperation in galactic disputes. My people believe we are all part of a single galactic community. Each species contributes something to the greater whole. Although we seek to understand other species, it seems few of them seek to understand us. The galaxy is filled with rumors and misinformation about my people.
Like what?
Most of the inaccuracies are centered around our mating rituals. My species is monogendered. Male and female have no real meaning for us. We still require a partner to reproduce. This second parent, however, may be of any species and any gender.
Voyez-vous ça?
I don't understand. Your species can mate with anyone?
Mating is not quite the proper term, not as you understand it. Physical contact may or may not be involved, but it is not an essential element of the union. The true connection is mental. Our physiology allows us to meld with other beings. We can touch the very depths of their minds. We explore the genetic memory of their species. We share the most basic elements of their individual and racial identities. We then pass these traits on to our daughters. It is how we learn to grow as a species and how we develop a greater understanding of other races.
What happens to your partner after the union?
Every relationship is different. Some unions are a single encounter with both parents parting ways afterwards. Others can be more long-term. Sometimes an Asari and her partner will stay together for many decades.
Do you know who Matriarch Benezia chose as her partner?
She rarely spoke of her partner. Though I know my father, if you want to use that term, was another Asari.
I thought you always needed another species to serve as one of the parents.
Think about it, Shepard. If we were not able to mate with our own species, we would have died out long before we ever mastered spaceflight and left our homeworld. Union with our own kind is no longer common, not for the purposes of reproduction. Most Asari believe it weakens our species.
Shepard est un peu
Asari
con.
daughters inherit racial traits from the father species. If both parents are Asari, then nothing has been gained, or so conventional wisdom would hold. I am what is sometimes called a pureblood, though no Asari would ever be cruel enough to say the word to my face. It is a great insult among my people. It is possible Benezia's partner was embarrassed by their union. She may have been too ashamed to publicly acknowledge me as her offspring.
How could anyone abandon their own child?
I cannot answer that. This is all speculation on my part. It is possible she wanted to be part of my life, but something happened to her before she had the chance. Benezia never spoke of her partner. Whatever happened, it caused her too much pain to dwell on it. She raised me by herself, though that is not uncommon. Many Asari raise their children alone, particularly if the father species is short-lived. Often the partner will pass on long before the child reaches maturity.
C'est ce que j'ai demandé, ça. Hein. Il me semblait que c'était pas exactement la même phrase, mais...
You Asari live for 1,000 years. What happens when your partner dies?
Few sapient species live as long as my kind. We have learned to take a philosophical approach to our unions. We do not focus on the inevitable loss of our partners. Instead, we enjoy the time we spend with them. And even after they're gone, a part of them lives on in us. The union is a connection that transcends both time and space.
C'est pratique. Non, j'ai pas.
Do you know who Matriarch Benezia chose as her partner?
Ah si.
She rarely spoke of her partner. Though I know my father, if you want to use
Benezia never told you her partner's name?
Union with our own kind is no longer common. Asari daughters inherit racial traits from the father species. If both parents are Asari, then nothing has...
Ouais, ça j'ai eu.
It is possible Benezia's partner was
Oh merde. Hein. Putain, j'avais un doute et du coup on se retape le... Au revoir.
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
Désolé pour les doubles dialogues. Ok, on a vu tout le monde ici. On descend. Putain, mais... Casque qui casse les yoku. Non mais lui c'est le gars.
Commander, how are you?
Why did you want to be a C-Sec officer in the first place?
That's a good question. There were several reasons, I guess.
Like what?
Probably the same as most officers. I wanted to fight injustice, wanted to help people. I guess my father had something to do with it too. He was C-Sec, one of the best.
Je t'avoue que j'ai aucun souvenir de l'ascenseur. Il me semble lent, ouais, mais...
He's taking my resignation pretty hard.
He's not impressed that you're going after Saren?
My father's a C-Sec man to the bone. Do things right or don't do them at all, he says. He thinks I'm being too rash, too impatient. He's worried I'll become just like Saren. He actually talked me out of becoming a Spectre when I was younger, for the same reasons.
You were asked to be a Spectre?
Well, I was targeted as a possible Spectre candidate. Me and about 1,000 other Turian military recruits. I could have received special training, but my father didn't like it. He despises the Spectres. He hates the idea of someone having unlimited power with no accountability. He wouldn't like you, Commander. No offense.
Not all Spectres are like Saren, you know.
Of course not. But Saren's not going to play by our rules, C-Sec's rules. If you want to nail Saren, you need to send someone who isn't restricted by policies and procedures.
You're a quick learner, Garrus. We'll beat him at his own game. It's the only way to stop someone like him.
I'm right behind you, Commander.
Commander?
What's your opinion of the last mission?
Not sure I buy Dr. Tassoni's story about her and her mom not talking. They're family, right?
Oui, mais elles sont pas famille comme nous.
Not everyone has a happy family life.
I know, but I'm not gonna bet she's on our side just because Benezia didn't hug her enough. I'll keep an eye on her. Too bad those ruins got destroyed. I mean, they lasted thousands of years. That's impressive.
Do you have a few minutes to talk? One-on-one?
Sure. I was hoping to get a minute of your time off the record.
Is this duty-related, Chief?
No, ma'am. Well, maybe. I know things are different aboard the Normandy, but I'm concerned about the aliens, Vicarian and Rex.
Oh.
Respect, Commander. Should they have full access to the ship?
Mais quoi? Mais c'est dingue. Attends, on va pas assume?
Don't mince words, Chief. What's your concern?
This is the most advanced ship in the Alliance Navy. I don't think we should give them free rein to poke around the vital systems. Engines, sensors, weapons.
Ouais, bon, enfin bon, ils sont là, c'est la sécurité galactique, quoi. Enfin, merde.
You don't trust the Alliance's allies?
I'm not sure I'd call the Council races allies. We, humanity, I mean, have to learn to rely on ourselves.
Putain, mais c'est la deuxième qui dit ça, quoi. L'autre, sur le pont, il était pareil. Attention.
I trust that's not insubordination, I hear.
No, ma'am. That's patriotism. As noble as the council members seem now, if their backs are against the wall, they'll abandon us.
Mais le conseil, oui, mais on s'en bat les couilles du conseil.
Yeah, the Council's had a grudge against us since the first contact war.
I don't think it's a grudge. I think it's... Look, if you're fighting a bear and the only way for you to survive is to sick your dog on it and run, you'll do it. As much as you love your dog, it isn't human. It's not racism, not really. Members of their species will always be more important to them than humans are.
Oh. Oui. Ok.
This is an Alliance warship, not the Parliament floor. If you're Earth first, vote for the Terra Firma party.
Terra Firma is a pack of jackals. The founders had ideals. These days they just play off xenophobia and bigotry. I hope my reasons are more rational. My father, grandfather, great-grandmother, they all picked up a rifle and swore the oath of service. I guess we just tend to think of Earth's interests as our own.
Bouclé là. Damn.
It doesn't sound like you've worked with aliens before.
No, ma'am. Mainly I've been groundside, part of the surface garrison forces. I did get a rotation on a space station.
Putain, les humains, ils sont terribles, hein.
Every rifleman, ZG certified.
Ouais, d'accord. Bon. Merde.
Guess you make a habit of second-guessing your superiors.
No, ma'am.
Je crois qu'on va pas l'avoir trop dans la poche.
I come from a military family too. My parents were both Navy. Anybody in your family we might know?
Couldn't say, Commander. We probably have a lot in common. You join up to carry on the tradition?
Je suis là pour me battre.
here to put hypervelocity rounds through the heads of bad guys.
Most satisfying part of the job, Commander.
Il est là, on y revient.
Alright, I can see where your concerns are coming from, Williams. But this is a multilateral mission. You're gonna have to work with aliens, like it or not.
It won't be a problem, Commander. You say jump, I say how high. You tell me to kiss a Turian, I'll ask which cheek.
I'm glad there won't be a problem.
Anything else you need, Commander?
Non.
Dismissed, Chief.
School.
Ma'am.
So, we've got Saren on the run.
It won't be long now. Saren's good, but I'm better.
Good. He's rotten. To the core. I could tell as soon as I met him.
Why didn't you tell me this sooner?
I would've if I thought it was important.
I'll decide what's important. Now tell me how you know Saren.
This was a while ago. A bunch of mercs were bragging about a job out near the edges of the Terminus systems. They said it paid well and the boss was never around to ride them. They said he was looking for more men, too. So I checked it out.
I didn't know Saren was openly recruiting mercs.
It wasn't that open, and he only showed his face once. We'd been raiding ships in the area for months when we took out this massive cargo freighter. Our biggest haul yet. I was on board checking bodies for valuables, looking for some extra credits. That's when I saw him.
What did Saren want with the ship?
I don't know what he wanted. He was just moving through the ship, watching. Couple of the mercs called him by name, but he never spoke to them. Never spoke to anyone. I had a really bad feeling about him, so I got the hell out. Didn't even wait to get paid.
What kind of cargo was the freighter carrying? What was Saren after?
I don't know. All I saw on that ship was food and medical supplies. There were some basic weapons, but nothing big. If there was anything of value on that ship, I didn't see it. That's why I didn't mention it sooner.
Whose ship was it?
There was a Volus trading vessel. Big one. Lots of guards. But they were no match for us.
That's the only time you saw him?
Yeah. Didn't even know who he was. Still wouldn't if I hadn't joined up with you. But my instincts were right. Every other merc on that mission turned up dead within a week. Every damn one.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
So long. J'avais peut-être un truc d'en savoir plus en fait. Tant pis.
Oh, hello, Shepard.
J'avais pas besoin de ça.
Are you okay?
I don't know. Your ship is amazing, and your crew's been really great to me. Especially your chief engineer. But I just sort of feel out of place. The Normandy runs so smooth it feels like we're not even moving. And the engines are so quiet. How do you sleep at night?
The silence wakes you up?
Back on the flotilla, the last thing you want to hear is silence. It means an engine's died or an air filter shut down. I guess you don't have to worry about that here. But old habits die hard. But it's more than just the silence. This ship feels so empty. It's like half the crew is missing. Back home, I couldn't wait to go on my pilgrimage. I couldn't wait to get away from the crowds. Now that I'm out here, I kind of miss them.
Sometimes we don't appreciate what we have till it's gone.
That's true. I'm starting to wonder if that's what the pilgrimage is really about. It's given me a whole new perspective on my people and our culture. You know, there's always a few who go on their pilgrimages and never return. I always assumed something bad happened to them. But maybe they just wanted a different life.
You do plan to return to the migrant fleet, right?
I could never abandon my people, Shepard. I will go back eventually. But we have to stop Saren first. Otherwise, I might not have a home to go back to.
Ça j'ai déjà fait.
I should go.
I should go.
See you later.
C'est ça, Tricia. Bah ok, je crois que on est bon là. Hein. Joli cadrage. Ah, c'est long l'ascenseur, hein. C'est vrai que... Bon. Je vais juste checker. Bon, on a toujours les mêmes trucs indiqués. On verra ça la prochaine fois. « 10h23 de jeu. Allez, à plus la VOD, à la prochaine.